eternity of vapid space. Doomed to wander the galaxy. Broadcasting their nonsense to the void. This is STARCAST.
Hi, my name is Chris Roberts, and welcome to STARCAST.
I think I might do that anyway.
Yeah, okay, we're live.
It is El Pino.
Alright, buddy, give me a second. We were all set up, and then Core decides to show up as I'm playing the intro.
I'm really sorry. I did say beforehand that I might be running a little bit late, and I was out with my best friend, who just wouldn't shut up.
Hey, look, dude, I do a show.
I did! That's why I'm here! That's why I'm on time! Well...
Hey, look, God is Clifford on the stream, man!
Everything's a mess
hilarious.
now. Sorry.
Oh.
I gotta redo this whole thing. While we're doing the whole thing, let's talk about the Banu merchantman stats.
Well, that scoop on the bottom apparently is going to be really good for like impaling and hitting a ship. And once you hit that, you'll be able to drag that with you. And apparently, you're even going to be able to go through like what is it called? The jump points with it. And that'll, because it's actually part of the ship, it'll be able to do that. So that's pretty sweet. You can almost here first.
Can almost use it for scavenging.
What I'm thinking is if you have the turret on the bottom, if you spin the turret around and you have them right there, you could just like hold them there while you shoot them. That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be awesome.
Let me pop out chat here. There you go.
Alright, we're saying I'm really low. Everything was perfect. It was all set.
It's all set.
I'm sorry.
Alright, test, that's better.
Okay,
I'm not too loud.
I'm oversteering. I don't know what that means, but alright.
Yeah, to the party, he comes in burning flames.
From what I can tell, when I turn on the stream volume, it's very distorted. It's like the gain's way too high. I don't know why.
Oh, you're peeking out?
Yeah, it seems like all of us are peeking out on the audio.
Oh, and like the mic boost is too high or whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, so I got it turned down now.
Okay, yeah, I'm apparently topping out. Okay, I'll just...
No, we all are, I think.
We're all over-migrated.
It's
we should just start over again.
Almost Skype volume, I think.
From 2944.
Is that better?
How about now?
Find out in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Dan Redis says, there we go. I'm good.
Yeah, it seems much better now.
Okay,
I haven't
sorry.
seen Yoko Rosen forever.
I turn this off and turn it back on
Well,
again.
Yoko tweeted me, he goes, "Are you going to buy a Javelin?" Wink. It's like...
That's like the first thing. As soon as I found out the Javelin was...
Yeah, don't hear Yoko and then he tweets me, huh?
Yeah, exactly. The first thing I saw about Javelin in my head is, Clifford, did you get one? Are you getting one? What is happening? Clifford?
I'm still waiting on the stats, and what sucks is they say, "Oh, you'll find out more information on the day it's on sale."
Yeah, that's not good enough because
That's
you'll either have already
Peer
bought
pressure.
This is what I would do. I would contact concierge and ask and just say, look, I'm not going to share any of that information, but as you know, I'm very serious about this, and I want to know if it's worth it for me to do this. That's what I would do.
Yeah, because I mean it's stripped down, so we don't really know. Well, what's with it being stripped down? What's added to it? Like the Idris P has a little bit more cargo hold room. Will this have more room for more ships in its belly, etc.?
It's stripped down.
All of the guns stripped off, and you're going to have just one big-ass cargo ship.
It's stripped down. Just imagine the car from a friggin' chop shop. That's what it looks like. No wheels, no engine, no doors, nothing. Just a frame.
It's 100 meters longer, and it's definitely wider. I think it's like volume is roughly 2 times that of an Idris.
So it's like the Javelin is like, I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Yes.
It's got 4 big ass engines in its ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd use it if it was stripped down. I'd probably use it as a rammer.
Everyone's buying all these big expensive ships to be rammers.
Right? Just
plow through.
What will be the wait time? What is going to be the wait time when you destroy this thing? You're going to just be waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
Well, it's a stripped down version,
Will it
so
be
you
worth
can go
the
to
wait?
any junkyard and just buy the frame again. I mean, that's what I'm getting from this.
Just use Aurora parts, you know.
Exactly.
Just duct tape auroras around the outside, patch up the holes. It's fine.
Put them all together.
Sorry, buddy, I'm still trying to fix this. Great, thanks a lot, Core.
We'll just
to please.
You
Sometimes.
I'm like still trying to fix it, and the show's already been running now for 6 minutes, and I still haven't got this thing fixed.
But we're talking about.
You go ahead and talk about stuff. I'm.
Yeah. Is anybody picking up anything today from the sale?
I don't. I only just got home. I don't even know what happened.
Cora
I'm
hasn't seen it,
still deliberating what to buy.
Bunch of stuff already happened.
I did
Super
pick up
Hornet.
a Super Hornet upgrade.
Yeah, I mean everything on there for sale that I was interested in, I already have with LTI.
QQ.
Apart from this, I might trade in my Miss because it doesn't. It's just got 6 months insurance. I might trade it in and get it back with 2 years. That's
Smart move.
Yeah, that's
That's
like that's. And I'm gonna suggest that for everybody who doesn't have LTI or Alpha packages on any of the ships.
Not
Get
this
the
worth
2
anything.
years.
Also,
I mean, not this serious, but because it's 6 months, 2 more years better than 6 months, right?
Just
It's not
be
costing
sure. Just be sure that if it's one of those 6-month chips that's not limited, then you can do it. If it is limited, you might still want to consider the option to gift the top right.
My question is, the only other question off the list I have is like the exclusive flare items where it says, advocacy tools, UE, environmental coat, origin racing suit. I don't remember ever seeing those.
Those are the
Okay,
packages.
the brown coat was from the Freelancer, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the racing suit is from the 350R. They're just
Okay.
they were with
Pistol-
packages earlier. The pistol was also from the Super Hornet.
The Weekend Warner,
Yeah.
Pistol was the Super Hornet, and the piano was the Constellation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Advocacy Tools was Cutlass.
But they're not selling the piano, are they?
No, because they're not selling the Phoenix.
No.
That's why.
The funny thing is, on the gray market, I've seen the gray coats, or was it brown coats or whatever, the
Brown coat.
Firefly
Yeah.
coat, as you will.
Yeah.
I wonder where they got the inspiration from, right? They were selling those. I've seen those being sold though on eBay. People are trying to get like $50.
Hey, those
Like
if you can
crazy crap.
remember those F7A skin upgrades, those,
The
body kits?
I bought.
veteran. It was for Veterans Day.
Yeah, I
It was
bought
for
6
charity.
of them. I bought 6 of them because I originally had 6 Hornets. And when I saw that they were, people were buying these things for fucking $75 on fucking Reddit, I was like,
It's literally a fuselage kit. It's a fuselage body kit. It's not. You don't get weapons
nope.
Yeah.
or hardpoint.
No,
you don't
it's
get
just- it
anything.
doesn't
It's
do
just
anything.
you have a bigger fuselage.
Yeah.
You have a bigger ass, essentially.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
good job, guys. And it was all for charity, so.
Well, it was cost originally $50, and the return on it was nearly 400%. So, yeah, they went kind of nuts with everything on the grid. It's been ridiculous. I mean, we as as Star Citizen base with Imperium, we do have our own section for trades, right? Simply because there was a lot of call for it and people wanted that. So we have that section, and it's just ridiculous if you just monitor that section for a while along with Reddit. The prices and the questions go completely out of whack. They're basically, action figures at this point, and they're not even old.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, this is the inside of the Carrack.
I don't even know.
I don't even know. What am I doing with my life? I was loving how people in my chat were freaking out that the sale hadn't started yet. It's like, it's going to be up for a week.
We had a timer up. And
we had a timer up. And it didn't
show up.
start right away. And people are wanting, like, I'm pretty sure there's some sort of wallet magnet in their monitors that is just like, take my money. Just like open it, it just all flies out. Like, yeah, it was. I found it pretty funny. I mean, yeah.
Oh, they're selling the merchantman for $250. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Same price.
Yeah,
Everything else
everything's
is
the
a
same
slight
price.
markup. No.
The cards though, $10. Pretty good.
I was talking about this. I'm thinking about selling my 890 jump and getting the Banu Merchantman and the Caterpillar because there's,
Look at STARCAST. Look at
I'm just looking at the prices, and the only thing that I see is that the Cartual and the Banu had no price increase from the original concept sale,
Right.
whereas the Retaliator went up 25, the Gladiator went up 15, the Caterpillar went up 15. Nope, sorry, 20.
Caterpillar's
They're all-
the same. It
No,
was
Caterpillar
from last
originally was 225.
It went up
Yeah,
from
too.
the original prices.
Yeah,
From
no, but
Kickstarter.
that's
The
not gonna
original
go-
price of the
back down at 225. That doesn't make any sense.
all I can tell you is like the original one that I bought was 225, and that was just they had it on a weekend sale way before last year's anniversary sale.
Yeah.
This was like somewhere in August or something. But anyway, some of these have a price markup, but some don't, and I find the consistency odd. But that could just be me.
Are you complaining about the consistency?
Yes, I am.
of
I know it's not
CIT
August.
I believe this
When have they
deserves
done
dear Chris Roberts.
concern.
Yoko, I saw Yoko saying that the Starfare is the same price. Originally, it was 175. It wasn't.
Yeah, well,
195.
yeah.
Originally,
bought
they
it.
had a price there for $20. I
I
believe
think
during
that's
Kickstarter.
right. I think that
And I
the,
was like, why would I want to get a gas hauler for $20? I don't even want this.
Yes.
Like for $20, let
Or
alone
originally,
200.
The Vandal sites were 501 instead of 300.
Actually,
Yeah, and the day the Vandal Sites, I'm like, why would anyone want
Right
this?
now,
It's
it
worse than
says
a Hornet.
it says my Banu Merchantman LTI that I bought last year's sale was $250.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it's the same price, but the Starfare is $20 up, and the Caterpillar's $20 up.
well, don't tell everyone, motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Why does it matter?
Yes, because I don't want him to fucking pull it down and put it up in price before I get one.
You want it cheaper?
We'll get one quick. I want it for $20.
What's the LN word or the LX?
I think it's the same. It's like what 30.
Oh yeah, it's actually. I think that's the price I paid for it during like Kickstarter.
Yeah,
Or not
30
Kickstarter,
for
'cause I don't think it came out, but it was like a $5 add-on.
Yeah.
So we are continuing. Hello, everybody. Now that the shit is finally settled down, we're going to be continuing up from last week our fundraiser thing to try to help me get money to go to PAX. So if we're only $170 away from the 1,000, and if we raise the 170 tonight, Clifford is giving away
A new car.
a new
Yeah,
car.
Yeah, no.
You get a new car, and you get a new car.
The Reliant Robin. You may have seen it.
He's giving away the Reliant Robin.
It's the new. It's the new
three-wheeled-
ship.
Yeah. Clifford.
No, it'd be a freelancer. I think it was the exploration version.
Oh, it was a DUR. Yep.
Dur, dur,
Freelancer
dur,
DUR. DUR. And that's for anybody who don't. You can get in on the raffle if you donate over $10. So it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then if we raise just $100 tonight, I'm going to be giving away this. What is this here? The Aurora LX. Awawa LX anniversary package
Fancy one.
with a special maroon wings.
Leather seats.
I'm kind of curious though. I'm guessing the DUR doesn't come with 2 years insurance. I guess.
Well, the other one they got here is a miss.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only the ones on the sale.
Oh yeah, that was
They're
fast.
in there too.
Oh, hang on. Is the DUR? No, DUR's not even. No, you can pick up the DUR from the store now, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
The DUR was never a rare
So
one.
it's just a standard then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they only put the 2 years on the ones in the
Yes.
sale, not the regular
Okay.
sale.
Gotcha.
Yep,
That's super
donations from
fast.
last week are still in. Yep. So anybody who's VIP will be able to enter.
They've already removed my Ghost upgrade and Super Hornet upgrade. Here we go.
Also, remember, everybody, if you're now new to the show, if you want to ask a question, put it in brackets, and we will do our best to answer. We know all the answers, and we're really good at making them correct.
Or making them up.
We're making them up. So please put them in brackets, and Bot, our super mod, will grab them up and stick them in the chat for us. And, yeah. All right. So, let's see. We want to go over some of the stuff that we talked about in Around the Verse? Or they talked about in Around the Verse?
Yeah, sure. It's just minor stuff. I mean, like I said, they're finishing out the audio for all the Drake ships, been recorded and all that good stuff. They talked about more about the missile prototypes they're working on, and the AI improvements for both the Arena Commander and the PU. And then, of course, they're testing finally the friends list and the chat system for Arena Commander and the PU. So, hurry up! I want it now. Other than that, they just talked about that they finalized all their lists from all the studios on the mocap stuff that they got upcoming next year to do all the animations and everything, and then
Hold on. I love you too, Geek Girl. I could have sworn I shut that shit off. It just played the song right over the top of you speaking. Give me a second. I know I shut it off before the thing started. I know I did.
Didn't that happen last week?
It did.
Yeah. Yeah, over Ben Lesnick.
Over Ben Lesnick, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Geek Girl.
NBD.
You're in. Oh my god. Alright, start over, Clifford, please. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not much. I mean, they're just doing the... Ben had talked about that they finalized the list from all the studios on all the mocap, because they're going to be doing a lot of mocap shoots beginning of next year for all the animation and stuff. Other than that, the UK, they finished, they're working on the damage stage of the Gladius, so hopefully that'll soon. And then, of course, they finalized the concepts for all the Avengers. They're just trying to make them look as different as possible, because people bitched about the Drake looking so similar from the other Drakes.
Mm-hmm.
That they're going to really try and make the different concepts of the Avenger, or the different variants, look way different from each other. I mean, they're going to try.
But they're kind of like
Are they gonna
variants.
do it
I
way
mean,
different though?
If you buy a car,
Without a different
you
hull?
buy a Mustang like LX or a GT, the difference is very minimal. I mean, you can barely tell.
It's just parts. It's parts and aesthetics, right? It's not going to be like... It's not going to look like a separate car. Yeah, it's not going to look...
It's still a fucking Mustang.
Right.
Yeah, well, I liked it when they showed the different Mustangs on the AMD video, and of course it went into, hey, yeah, there is a third engine, and there's a bigger...
I was talking car,
power
Clifford.
plant.
You just went completely Star Citizen there.
Yeah.
What is a Mustang? I've never...
The Mustang ship or the car? Or the horse? Or the guy who
horse.
just doesn't
The
want
horse,
to pay
yes.
attention to the rules.
Yeah. Other than that, they talked about the mag boots, that they're working on some new stuff on the mag boots for, FPS, and then other than that, they went into
Bartenders?
bartender pictures, the being able to prone animations, and then also I laughed about the instant death bug, where if you ran into FPS into a ship, you died instantly.
That's awesome.
It's realistic,
Well,
Good news to Aurora pilots. If you ram somebody, you will kill them.
see someone on the planet running along.
Yeah.
How's my flying?
yeah. 1-800 suck it.
Other than that, the biggest tidbit that set the forums on fire was the mention of the concept of the Javelin civilian version. But that's about it. Other than all we know is the Karak will be on sale next weekend.
Thank you, WTF.
$345 for the Karak next week.
Yeah.
For the crack, for your
Crack.
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 Well, it's a bit like crack, isn't it?
It is kind of.
I need my crack. Now.
Heat up the spoon.
He doesn't speak. How do you know this, STARCAST?
What? You know.
What else?
That reminds me of funny story of one of my golfing buddies there. I'm sitting there trying to tee off on one of these holes, and he's sitting there, and I'm like, "What are you doing over there?" "You don't want to know." I'm like, "Oh, great." right on the golf course, open at everybody, and you're doing drugs. Thanks.
That must have been the best round of golf ever.
He
Right?
probably nailed that fucking ball halfway
Super-
across the moon.
He was just super stoked about being there.
Yeah, he was just like,
You
this
weren't
is
even on
fucking
the-
great, I love golf!
He probably thought he was playing miniature golf.
Play golf now, you know. It's just that guy was funny. I mean,
Play golf now.
it's either when I used to go play golf with the guys, it was either somebody doing some kind of drug or they pulling out a bottle of liquor out of their golf club and getting drunk while
I
they're
want to
trying
hang
to
out
play
with
golf.
Clifford more.
Out of their golf
Right.
club?
A golf bag.
impressive.
I thought that was how you had fun playing golf.
Why do you think people play golf? It's not to hit a fucking white ball around and follow it around for 18 holes.
That and to stare at the beer girls that came in and brought you shit. So
There you go.
Yeah. Oh man.
Alright, what's next, Clifford? What else are we talking about?
I don't know.
You don't know. You have a whole list. You made a list.
Well, I mean, there's that. That's pretty much it. There wasn't much anything because they kept going. They did
Well,
that
let's
long
look
interview
at these
with Zane.
pictures then. Hold on. I got these pictures here of the torpedo ship. Let's have a look at that.
Because they went.
Yeah.
Because they went in that long deal with Zane, which
Yeah,
I can't wait.
That interview was awesome, by the way.
it was a
Yeah.
very good interview. I really feel bad for the guy. Like, why didn't his parents buy him braces? Like, jeez, man. He's a nice guy. Very nice guy. Okay, so here's the torpedo ship. It's the... What is it, the Banu? Yep.
What?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. It's
No, it's
the
a
Vandal.
Vandu, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Vandu. I
Vandal.
Yeah,
don't know.
that shows you the ships, and go to the picture where I cutted it out on it. I actually put it on there. Where
That was
it
a
shows.
great Photoshop job, by the way.
Oh yeah, I just cut and pasted that thing really quickly.
With like I can imagine it was kitty scissors. and
Oh,
things.
that fucking terrifying thing. Oh,
It
my
is, right? Look
God.
at those missiles. I'm sorry though. They have a very, very Star Trek Into Darkness, or not? What's the first Star Trek movie that what's his name did? J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams.
Oh.
Star Trek Until
I
Dawn.
mean, because once you see that, those torpedoes match the exact little missiles that the exact missiles that were shot in the Cutlass commercial that the Vandal was firing off
Yeah,
the ship.
same
Looks
one.
exactly like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like
Yeah.
the Vandal ship design. It reminds me of H.R. Geiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
to me, they're probably my favorite designed ships in the game. Are the Vandal
It was
ships?
just called Star Trek. There you go.
Not
Yeah,
Drake
it's
ships.
the first of the reboot. So
Yeah. So that, but they had
Scott.
the Romulans had those missiles that look just like that. They're very spiky
Yeah,
kind of.
don't remind me.
What? You don't like JJ?
No,
The Romulans? They get you hard, right?
you don't remember the movie very well, do you?
Oh, because it's Eric Banu and
Yeah,
he's
it's
Australian.
Eric fucking Banner.
Banu.
We're looking for some country to take him, but no one will fucking take him.
So he's sort of a world citizen, isn't he not?
Oh, I don't know.
By the way, I got to mention we are being simulcast on the base. Hello, base.
Yay! Hello, base.
The base.
Eric
do you
fucking-
have that? Do you have that little cut of Trendane going to the base?
No, that's Relum. He'll pop in
That's-
and make it play.
By the way, Trendane was in my chat earlier, and he says hello to everybody, and so he couldn't be here because he's working.
Buzz, thanks you, buddy.
For the devil.
Yeah, but he's awesome.
Buzz is helping us out.
Let's see here.
Not right now.
All the 300
He's like, "Not right
series
now."
ships are also flyable for a week. That happened today.
Oh,
What
yeah.
was
was
that?
the thing.
Oh, yeah, the 300p.
Yeah, so you have the 300i, you have the 325p, 325a, the 315p, and the 350r are all flyable. So if any of those ships are something you're interested in or wanted to try out or see how they fared in either racing or in combat, you can do that now. If you haven't had access to them before.
If you want to know what it's like to fly a bathtub with wings, jump on it.
Yeah. Or a greased pig.
We were talking about this off the air here, but most of us have had a 300 ship and taken it to Arena Commander, and I think all of us got rid of them right away.
I still have
You
mine.
still have yours just because it looks pretty?
Just,
I have all of them.
I got rid of my 300.
if anyone in chat is interested in buying a 350R, just send me a message.
Yeah.
It has LTI though, so
you can get a whole $20 more than the actual price of the damn thing because nobody wants those chips.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people like them.
That's the worst thing. Now that everyone gets to fly them for free, I don't know if I can sell it.
Well, not right now. Yeah, because everyone's gonna try it and be like, "Oh god."
Yeah, they're like
terrible.
It was better. It was better to offload that thing when everyone still thought they were worth something. Now it's just impossible.
Well, they used to be exclusive, and now
They used to cost like upwards of $300 for the Lightspeed package, which was only 120. Now it's like try and get rid of your Lightspeed package for 160, and you're gonna have to wait a few weeks.
I just can't wait for the used ship salesman that's got a yard full of 350Rs. He's trying to flog them off. You there, this one here's only done 300 light years, has only been raced to and from church on Sundays.
Picking up ice cream on the weekends.
That's right, by a little old lady.
Brand new it has 12 LTIs because
That's right.
All the maintenance records.
Ignore the cat hair.
You know what? The 300 series would be a grandma's spaceship.
It would be.
Because
the
the Horde, it's impossible to get in and out of. The 350 or the M50 is really hard to get in and out of. But the 300 series, it's almost like walking into like a Volkswagen Beetle or something and just sitting down.
No, it's like those
BMW.
Yeah,
it's like those.
they do look sleek, but
The posh nanas who bought a Mercedes back when they thought it was cool, but now it's not fashionable, so they try and get rid of it.
Like an early 90s Mercedes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. With the big square headlights.
Exactly.
They were still nice then, but they age not gracefully.
Just want to run down and get some crisps at the store.
Get some foie gras.
And foie gras and crisps.
Owned it for 3 years. Hasn't even hurt like 30,000 kilometers.
That's it.
Thank you very much, Envoy.
sounds like my actual car source.
We're getting close.
I think I'm at 18,000 kilometers, and I have it for
Yeah,
just
what are
over
we,
3
90
years.
away?
Actually, it just went up.
Oh dear. That's terrible. But funny.
One thing I thought was interesting near the end of the week was I like that picture that Edge used in their magazine for.
Okay, so
Star
what is
Citizen.
Edge? Can somebody explain that? Because I saw the picture, but I didn't.
Okay.
Is it? It is a gay porn magazine, right?
Yeah,
It's a gaming magazine.
the gaming, gaming magazine.
Also referred to as a console gaming magazine.
Well, they
let's not
say
get
that,
into
but
semantics.
Okay.
but it does kind of review PC games as well. It's reviews it's just games. It's not directed to consoles at all, which is totally. I don't know why they said that.
I mean, it's the same one that debuted No Man's Sky on it.
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
It's
so
just-
there
it's just
is
a gaming
there is the controversy I see now. So basically, it is a magazine that's devoted to all games, but it mostly kind of focuses a little bit on consoles. And here's Star Citizen on the front of it.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as they say it's only on PC, or like right now it's currently only on PC, because that might confuse their readers.
Mm-hmm.
If they come here and they're like, "Oh, it's not even on consoles."
Yeah, I have a PS4. I just want to
Oh,
know when this
it
is
can run
coming
this
out.
game. Look how beautiful this game is. I'll get it in 2 years when it comes on PS4.
There was a guy in chat last week who was saying that over and over again, and we couldn't convince him. No, it is not ever.
Oh no,
Yeah, we've
I
had,
know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh.
It's a troll that says it's
It would burn out the PlayStation.
No, PlayStation could play it. There's no way.
But I really love that photo that they used in Edge. I mean, it just shows off the brilliance of, like, your Marines sitting there in the cockpit of the Gladius. It looks awesome looking. They couldn't have picked a better picture for it.
Yeah, it was a good picture.
Make
It just
sure
seemed, I just was kind of a bit. When I was talking about it and there was a lot of controversy about it on the forums because it was touted as a console magazine. But anyone that's British knows it's not a console magazine. But yeah,
I know it does seem like I've never read the magazine, so I can only go from the front picture that I saw.
Yeah.
But from all of the little blurbs they had on there,
Mhm.
they did seem to be stroking the shaft of consoles pretty hard.
Yeah,
Well,
the
Domo
title on the
has-
side was
from that.
PlayStation's 10th year
From that.
anniversary or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
the one I got,
Sorry.
Clifford, is so small. It's like a postage size. I don't know why I can't make it any
No.
bigger.
You can't?
No, it's really tiny.
It opens full
Zoom,
size on mine.
enhance,
Yeah.
enhance.
Enhance. Yeah, I've got NSA technology. I can. Just
Oh wait, it's not getting any bigger. That's weird. That's
Yeah.
not how
But
these
Yeah.
work.
but yeah, I mean, I'm
Control
looking at
scroll.
it. I'm looking at it full size on mine, and it's misleading because all you see is 20 years of PlayStation and it's the PlayStation 20th
let's
anniversary.
be honest here, though. Okay, unless you're talking about Steam, consoles still do have sort of the market for games, you know.
Yeah, it's like a generic gaming magazine.
PC gaming's dead.
So if
It's
it's
not
a
dead
gaming
at all.
magazine,
I'm
it's
just saying
cover
that I'm just saying that
Unless you have Steam, and then you look and you're like, oh wait, there's 200,000 people
games.
playing
Yeah,
Dota.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
There's I wonder. We should look right now how many are playing Goat Simulator
The new MMO version of
just
Goat
for fun.
Simulator.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the Steam machines will bridge the gap, and finally people will kind of like put two and two together.
Yeah.
They're not.
Depending
they're-
on how hard manufacturers try to rape people for
Right.
Steam machines.
You know,
That's what's going to be the big thing. It needs to be super
cheap.
competitive, and I mean both pricing and performance.
And also,
So,
Valve's
we'll
got
see.
that whole problem of
Performance
trying to
not
get
that
everybody to make the game in Linux, you know.
well, they already have.
Valve also had the issue of Valve time. I mean,
To be fair, they have 1,500 games on Steam right now that run in Linux.
Yeah.
There's
So,
about.
But
but
that's-
yeah, it's now just getting future games to port to it as well.
I'm going to sound like an old fart here, but when I was a kid, it was a big deal. I mean, when I had like the Atari 2600, I think we had maybe 25 or 30 games that were actually playable. The rest of them were pretty much shit. They kept coming out with all these crap ones all the time. And nowadays, I just can't play a game for more than a week. You know, and it's just like, oh god, I gotta play something else. This is terrible. Like we're
Plus,
becoming.
half them are just broken now. So
Well, that's true too. So
That
I
will
mean,
fuck.
is Star Citizen going to be able to keep our interest for months and months and months? We're getting so into it. We're buying all these big, expensive mega ships, and is it going to be able to keep our interest? I'm
It's-
trying to be realistic here because
Yeah.
we all kind
Yeah.
of get really tired of games really easily these days.
well, you know, there are a lot of people who've played MMORPGs for a lot longer than a week.
True. And
yeah.
World of Warcraft, I still play.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's kind of what you have to try and compare this to, even though it's not really an MMORPG because it misses the RPG stuff. But it
Well,
will
you're
still
role-playing.
have.
You could still role play. You could be
you
the
can be
Dread
whatever you
Pirate
want to be.
Stinky.
You're very right, but RPG specifically denotes a leveling system and a progression
Right.
system that currently that lacks from Star Citizen for very obvious reasons. That's why most of us like it. But you know, that's not to say that you can't earn status, reputation, you know, all that stuff that that you'd earn in real life just by doing business and just by working and you know all that other stuff. So you will get that. So there will be a progression type system in it, but yeah, the closest comparison is an MMORPG, and that will either hook you and keep you for a while, or it will just turn you away after a few days.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly like using WoW for an example. How many people have played WoW, played it for 6 months, and then never touched it again? And then how many people have been playing it since it was launched?
I mean,
I played.
me.
when I take breaks,
One
you know,
week when it came out, but that was because I was playing a different MMORPG and I thought WoW was shit when it came out.
Yeah.
we all
Sorry.
take breaks, and I'm sure that's going to happen to Star Citizen as well. We're all going to
yeah.
play it heavy duty,
Yeah.
and then we're going to be like, oh, fuck it, I don't want to touch this thing
And
for a
when you
month.
come back to Star Citizen, no one's going to have out-leveled you because that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
There will
No,
just
but
be
your
an
buddy
org
might
that
have 2 or 3
controls
interests.
this portion of space.
Yes.
Yeah, just might own a space station.
You'll just
or
come back and
something.
you'll be like, "You're not allowed here. This is this guild's or orgs."
You logged into the wrong space station, friend.
Right. Ship gets
I
blown
did
up.
that with when I used to play Lineage 2 as an MMO, and I stopped playing that for
I
about
love
2
that.
years. And when it went free, I went back. I thought, I saved my tombs there. Like, my tomb was still there, level 60. And when I logged in, I was still in the guild I was in when I left. But the guild now was full of Chinese farmers, and it was the Chinese gold farmer guild on the server. And I'm like, what?
And
Holy
only you're
crap,
the
how'd
head.
that happen?
If only you were the
Because
leader.
Bod is a
Imagine
gold
you were the
farmer.
leader.
No, if he was the leader, then the clan would have died. But no, I played Lineage 2 as well. I fucking loved it. That's why I didn't switch to WoW when it came out, because I was one of those few 150,000 regular players on Lineage 2 that, was already playing an MMORPG when WoW came out. And it was...
I did switch.
You
I did switch.
mother... I don't-
yeah, it
we
was
all-
good.
Everyone I know that played Lineage at the time left the moment they removed droppable weapons. When you were able to enchant them and so that your weapon shit didn't drop anymore. Yeah, everyone I knew left because we were all PKers.
Wally just brought up a good point. He says, I'm a high school teacher, and it seems like each year the kids are more and more accepting of PC supremacy. Kids know it's a wider and cheaper range of games compared to the console, and they just see it as building as too daunting, and buying one built is out of their price range.
Yeah, that's That's a good point. I mean, there was a time when it was fairly cheap to make a fairly good PC that would last you for 2 years. Now, even the people who buy the most high-end machines for several thousands of dollars are still running into the issue a year and a half later that the latest game is not running perfectly, the driver issues.
Optimization.
Yeah,
I have Crossfire right now, and good luck getting any game to work at
exactly.
launch. Good luck.
But I find that interesting, like, all these kids that are going through school are growing up with all this technology that they're taking for granted. I wonder how many of them have ever been forced to actually build their own PC from scratch, sit there and, like, actually
I did when I was like 10
research.
years old. And you had to look at a manual and friggin' flip
yeah.
through it. And now you
I'm
just go
talking
on
about the
YouTube
youngins.
and you look like at a 5-minute video and you're like, oh, that's easy. Boom, 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 you're done.
Well, I
Remember
taught
when
my
games
son
came
to
with
Someone's doing the work for you, though. You're not earning that knowledge yourself. You're not sort of...
Well, it's still easy enough to do it yourself. If they were dedicated enough, they could do it themselves, and there's
Thing
enough
is-
information out there.
I don't know, though. Like, we're enthusiasts. We love that sort of stuff. That's why we are the way we are, because we really love it. But there's a lot of people who enjoy gaming who aren't PC
Yeah.
building
Well,
enthusiasts.
let's use this analogy.
you know?
What if you have somebody who's a race car driver? That doesn't mean they're a good mechanic, you know?
Exactly.
And-
It's exactly right.
Right, and so you could have somebody who's like they're really good at racing. I mean, what about the guys who play League of Legends? I've seen it before. People in League of Legends,
And they don't know
our
anything
friend,
about their computer.
Right, exactly. Our friend Tangent, who plays millions of video games, he has no idea how to build his own computer, and he plays
Yeah.
really well.
The
and he
knowledge
does-
is out there, though. I'm just saying
Right.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not as hard as
It's not
people
being
make it out to
taught, though.
believe.
But it's not being
Yeah.
taught. That's the thing. It's not. It's people are being shown how to do a spreadsheet, how to use editing software, how to use the software
They taught me
side
in
of
when I was in
computers.
school, and I laughed at them.
And how long ago was that?
Fuck, I don't know.
A long time. That's what I'm saying. The kids these days are taking all of that sort of stuff for granted because it's either a YouTube vid where someone who's done the hard work puts a 5-minute video, or they just get somebody else to do it. They're not using their own initiative, or they're not being taught from scratch by schools or whatever.
No, my school taught
Here's a PC. Pull
School
it
of
apart.
Hard
This
Knocks.
is this. You know, these are the parts of a PC. Not this is how you play. You know,
As long as your school, I think, has
Sims.
like a computer programming course or something, because that's what I took. And at the beginning, they're like, "Does anyone know how to make a PC?" And I was like,
Yeah, maybe that's.
and then I'm
just
like,
a
"Nobody else
Canadian
does? Are you retarded?"
IRQs and IRAs, yeah, setting your IRQ
The first
numbers and
test
your
was literally like,
config
"What
sys.
is DDR? What is a hard drive?"
Yeah, I remember doing all that too, like CPU. I think that
Yeah.
might have just been in the Canadian curriculum or something. But
Well, that doesn't count then.
My
What is an igloo? We're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
How to make a
just
poutine?
graduated from college. Like, she's just graduated from university. She's done journalism, which is all video. She has to do all the audio, all the video editing, all of that stuff herself to learn how it's all done. She can whip my ass at that stuff. Like, I'm watching her edit a video, and I'm like, yeah, that looks like it's all right. Yeah, sure. I have no idea. But tell her to fucking replace a hard drive. Huh? Not a fucking clue.
And it's the easiest thing in the world.
Not a fucking clue. Because they just don't teach that shit in schools. Certainly not here. I don't know what
But I
it's
think
like
you
in-
just have to have the initiative out to do it yourself. You know, I mean, that's what we're all kind of getting at here. Is if
It's saying the kids aren't being given the initiative because they can just go to YouTube and think, oh, that's how it's done. It's easy. They haven't actually
That is
pulled
how
a
it's
piece.
done, though.
Oh, this
how
is
many?
different.
Yeah, how many? Like, I'll give you a good example. My son, I helped him build his own computer like a month or so ago. I had a bunch of spare parts. We put them all together and built him a computer. And he went in there one day, and I said, "Hey, look, here's some more RAM. I found a couple extra RAM chips." And I said, "Here you go. You can put them in." And he put it in when the power was on. Well, it kicked off the power, right? And in my day, if you ever plugged anything in while the thing was running, the motherboard was fried.
Oh,
right?
you'd be. I
Screwed.
hope it had protectors now. I think
Right.
there's actually.
There is
it'll like
seriously.
shut off itself, right?
Yeah.
But before, if you did that, it'd just be.
It's gone. So
Yeah.
it popped, right? It went pop
Yeah.
and it turned off, and I was like, "Danny, I think you killed your brand new computer." And he like started bawling and crying, right? Well, the whole point of this is we turned it back on, and it booted right back up because it had that protection built now.
Thank
But
God.
he will never, ever again plug anything in the motherboard with the power on. And that's the kind of thing I think you guys are getting at, is that you have to kind of go through the school of hard knocks and learn the hard way, I guess.
yeah, I
Just wait
remember
until he
when
tries
you had
water
to-
cooling now.
Yeah,
I
he does.
remember
He's got
when
water cooled.
You had to
Oh, and all
solder
in one,
your
I mean,
CPU.
probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
You had to solder your CPU to your motherboard,
Yeah.
What are you
right?
talking about? We had to make our own silicon and factory.
yeah.
We had to get a fab and
No, but like
I had to wind my own coils.
Back in our
back
day.
in my day.
Hand crank power supply, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And we're from Canada,
Back in
right?
my day, there was no YouTube to look up.
If
cheap
you
videos
guys
on.
have any questions
Back when you
about
had the rent videos from YouTube.
Star Citizen, yeah, we had to take them to the video store. If you guys have any questions about Star Citizen, please put them in chat with question, and then put it in there. Yes, CMOS. We used to have to write our own CMOS chips. That is no joke. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and stick them in the chat. What else do we have to talk about Star Citizen? Let's get off the topic.
Anniversary sale for one.
We did that because we talk about it again.
Well, it's a big issue. It's a big topic.
It's kind of a big deal.
All right. Okay. Let's go over.
I'm kind of a big deal. I'm the anniversary sale.
Something about rich mahogany, leather-bound books, etc., etc. Important people.
So there's the ship the big ship that's on right here where it says Star Citizen Anniversary Sale. What is that ship? And tell us about it.
Which one is
Clifford.
Yeah,
Why
Clifford.
are you aggravating?
Because you're going to own
You're the
four
only
in
one who's
about
gonna
5
buy it.
minutes. Yeah.
You're the only one that's going to get one.
Oh, I know.
No, well, look, there is core in this conversation.
Or, yeah, that's true.
What? Where's I in this conversation?
Who there?
Core, you
Yeah, Cora, you
cannot
can
tell
get-
me you're not eyeballing the javelin.
Well, I am considering it, but I'm going to send some emails to fucking concierge because when you tell me it's stripped, I'm pretty much going to tell them go fuck yourself. So, I'd like to know what that means.
All that's left is a hollow shell and an old.
It means next year they'll have add-ons for $100 per gun.
Yeah.
Ammo,
Well,
ammo.
they know they got you by that point.
Without
right? You're
ammo.
spending
And then the
25
ammo
bucks
is $20 a shell.
According to the deal, there was a big stink about the Javelin because the Javelin Destroyer, they said, was not going to be
We're going to be on sale.
on sale. But the way around it is this is a Javelin that is a civilian version, which is different from the Destroyer
Yeah,
version.
but it's still a destroyer-class ship, though. It's like that's supposed to have a size. So it's like, what is a civilian destroyer?
But
The biggest question
Destroys civilians.
is how much is it going to take? How much is it going to take to make that skeleton into a fucking usable ship again?
Yeah, and
Another
then also...
Maybe that's the
$500.
fun part about it. Maybe think of it this way. What if you could play this out?
It's a fixer-upper.
It's a fixer-upper, right? It's a floating Hulk it's floating next to some big asteroid. You can have it for a song, and you go out there and you find that all of these like turrets on the side are gone. There's nothing there. Somebody spray painted on the side. Banu, go home. It's like this whole thing's a mess, and you got to go and paint it and fix it all back up.
No, I know how you could raise money to buy upgrades. You could do like what a lot of people do: use it as a flying billboard and put like advertisements all stuck all over it and fly through the PU.
If the
Raise
that's another
money.
thing too is if the what the customization is actually going to be, if we'll actually be able to do our own art, or if it's just going to be you can have this one, or this one.
And also on this Javelin, it being a civilian version and not being militarized, the hard points are going to be different on it. I mean, where you're going to be able to put weapons on it and how big of a size. So you might never really get to that level of a militarized...
I guess you'll have to steal one. Ram your Javelin into another Javelin, steal their Javelin.
Get your insurance to pay for both.
2 javelins.
Profit.
Profit.
Sacrificial javelin.
I have a feeling it's going to be like a mobile base. Is what I'm thinking. It'd be good. I think it's going to be good, especially for people on the not so friendly side of the law, because they're going to have to be moving around a lot.
Yeah, like Battlestar Galactica. Got to keep moving.
That's why I would really.
It depends on how many ships it carries.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'm looking at. I'm eyeballing it as a carrier, as a miniature carrier. If it has space, because
That you call that miniature though?
I'm looking at it and I'm thinking book stop. That's what I'm thinking.
It looks like it can hold like 4 or 5 Hornets, maybe.
Well, no, I can already tell you that I'm not sure if it's 100% confirmed, but the Idris can hold 4 Hornets, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
If that thing is going to be 100 meters longer, it would have to be 10 or 12?
How many Auroras?
Because it's wide. It's wide too to boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cause Idris can hold 8 Auroras, but they're all wedged into the side after we ran them in.
Yeah. They all just sort of stick out the side for some weird reason.
Plunged in
I don't know
there.
what's up with that.
Because, I mean, like on the original picture of the destroyer, you know, you have 2 landing pads on there. Well, I think they're gone off this version because it's not, you know, because that would be militarized because it would allow the ship to quickly land on it, refuel, get, you know.
Hell, judging from that picture I'm currently looking at on Geek Stream, the one where it has like the 4 boosters on the side, the 2 at the front, 4 on the side, 2 at the front, and the 4 at the back, it probably only comes with the 4 at the front. Like, the rest are gone because they're military grade.
Probably still fly. But you know what? It doesn't look... I mean, how much was the Idris M, or even the P, whatever?
1,200 and 1,000.
Why is this one twice as much? It doesn't look... It doesn't look twice as...
Because magic.
Yeah,
it is twice as big, and it is a destroyer. It's a specialized version of a frigate, which means it's supposed to do death. But if it's a stripped version, it does not do death. It just does flying.
It doesn't do... Oh, it doesn't...
It's I'm going to attack. It does death.
Tank on death.
It's instead of you flying into another sort of fighter, what do you destroyer class? It's like I don't know. I do think though. I don't know that they'll remove things like landing pads. I mean, that does not necessarily make it a military vehicle. I mean,
weapons do. Weapons and hard points.
Exactly. I mean, even maybe smaller, I don't think they'll remove it.
Even like targeting systems, they can go as far as to remove a lot of things.
What about those F-16s that they sold to Iran and fucking Iraq back in the 70s without targeting systems? They're basically like, here, take this plane. You can have the missiles too.
Ramming speed.
You're taking your fucking targeting system and giving it for
you have to figure out your own, yeah.
So it looks like Squirrel's getting 2 javelins. Oh my god, Squirrel, you crazy.
Like $5,000 in ships.
How much is it going to cost an hour for someone to rent it?
It's Squirrel's rental service.
Rent a javelin?
Yeah.
Rent a javelin?
Rent a javelin, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a mobile hotel.
I already know that some people in like, I don't even have to check, but I already know some people in Imperium are jumping already.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, yeah, they'll go up for sale, but they'll probably sell out very quickly. So it's a real big gamble percentage if you're going to get one or not. You know, I can say all day long that I'm going to get one, but will I?
Could you just not melt it if you weren't happy with it?
Yeah, you could always melt it.
And you could always unmelt what you had melted to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm just saying necessarily the odds of you getting one because there's only 200 of them, they're going to go quickly because there's a bunch of people who have at least $2,500 in packages that they all melt just to get this one chip.
Depends, right?
Like, F5.
Guys, we are, just a real quick update, we are $30 away from doing the giveaway for, I'm sorry, 70. It's $70 away. My math's bad.
What is math?
Math, numbers, words.
I can do it. And you're giving away what? A potato?
We're giving away a potato, a baked one at that.
Just to address what's going on. Just to address what's going on in the chat right now, everyone's saying only the first batch is going to go quick. Yeah, they said that about the Idrises too. It was.
No, but I tell you what, Cor, when they broke up the 890
That's
jumps,
what they said. Yeah, with the 890 jumps, and look how slow that took.
It was really fast in the beginning. They were gone. Like they were gone in 5 minutes for the first batch. But by the last batch, it was just like you had hours. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to remember that was 890, and a lot of people didn't even see the resale value of that one because of the way that it was priced. So, you know, that kind of gives you an indication that the people, if they were buying it to resell, had no faith in it anyway. So, yeah, I don't know.
Hey, to be fair, that was also an 890 jump. Like, is like a luxury ship that is like whatever.
This is
whereas the Javelin
version.
is like. The Javelin is a digital penis, right? Like, it's straight up, right? If you have enough ships in your thing, it's like, just melt them all. Yeah, guys, you can go and say, I have a Javelin. Yeah. And it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big...
Are you trying to say I have a small penis?
Then me, even smaller.
Electronically, yes!
Electronically small penis? You gotta have a small
It's just gonna be like a
bruise.
status symbol, right? Like, whereas the 890 is supposed to be a status symbol, this is like a real, you can say, yeah, guys, I have a javelin. Like,
It doesn't have any guns or anything on
It's
it.
a floating
but I
hulk
have
with no
a
engines.
javelin.
Yes. Check
It's
out
sitting
my
in a
junk.
scrapyard. I'm still looking for engines.
I mean,
What's
and if I really wanted a javelin, I probably could go to Concierge and say, "Hey, I want to turn my 2 Idris M's into a javelin," and I bet you they would do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if
probably
that's worth it.
But I wouldn't do it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it
That would be
because
one.
that one has rail guns on it
You
and
keep
actual
your
military
Idris
might on it.
M's.
Yeah.
Who in their right mind would attack a fucking javelin with an 890 though?
Yeah.
Somebody who's really stoned on space coke. And they're like,
Ramming speed.
Let's go golfing.
let's go golfing! We're gonna drive this fucking 890 jump right
We're
up
gonna
its tailpipes!
Flip the 890 jump
You know.
upside down and flood it. Just have water in your whole ship and just flood the thing.
The bow of the 890 jump does resemble a duck's bill. And I think it would mate up quite nicely with the back end of this here ship.
Oh yeah, you're right because it's got that
Spaceship
open space.
meeting.
And
Yes, like it's mating in space.
My 890 jump is not going anywhere close to where javelins are going to be doing battle. I am going to be safely in
You're just gonna
orbit
watch.
around a nice posh system, just high on space crack, and looking at all my NPC bitches lap
Hookers
dancing.
Club.
This ship really does give...
Nyborg. It's going to be Nyborg. This is good Nyborg, man.
I just got this, but the front doesn't, but the rest of the ship does. It feels a lot like the Starship Trooper ships. You know, those big, long fucking things.
Are you trying to say that Star Citizen sort of uses pop culture to make their things?
No way.
It never
Very
happened, ever.
I'm not saying that at all.
When do we get lightsabers?
That's pretty soon. I think it's coming.
We get a crossbow.
it's gonna
or,
be a
well, I
thing.
get a crossbow. I
And
don't
a
know if anyone
Wookiee.
else has a crossbow.
Crossbow and a Wookiee.
I didn't get the crossbow.
I want an Ewok.
It was $50 for a crossbow. So
Or an armless
I don't know.
Typhus gold
The only
droid
thing-
as a pack.
The only thing I could see I would do to the javelin, if I could get the Vandal sights technology for their blades, and I would take the 2 little wings that are at the top and change them out with the blades and just go slicing.
Oh, now you're just being silly pants.
Go up beside a Bengal carrier, along the side of the hole and slice it in half.
Outside a planet, just start cutting planets in half, just for fun.
Pleasure bots. All right. Okay. I guess we can get started with our Q&A time.
Okay. Goddamn.
No, GP34. He's not allowed to speak. No. Ever.
No. No.
Doctor Who is busy.
He's
not in
thinking
his
about
contract.
it. He's like, no.
It's like, maybe
I better
somebody-
not upset anybody.
Yeah, you're gonna upset the universe.
You
if he
be
says
quiet.
words.
Yeah, he'll have to travel back in his TARDIS to fix what he fucked up by opening his
Which
He's
nose.
was his vocal
like,
cords.
But it's a fixed point, though. This StarCast is a fixed point.
he's our teller. He just does magic tricks
It's-
and
He's doing-
I've got
he's
strict
doing-
instructions from Kermit not to speak.
Who gets to be Penn? We need somebody really tall and obnoxious. We're all pretty short.
For genetic diversity.
Yeah.
I'm only obnoxious on some Twitch channels, so
Excuse me.
work.
Oh dear.
All right. Go ahead there, Mr. Bod. Q&A time.
Q&A time. Okay. First one's from Tommy Train. How do you expect the Reliant to compare to the Cartual? Okay, so you mean to Scout, maybe? Or? That was a Scout, wasn't it?
It was the starter ship, but it has Cartwheel technology.
Yeah.
Oh, the Reliant to the...
Yeah.
Yeah, the Reliant was the new one.
But you weren't joking about the Reliant.
No,
Yes.
I thought we were
I mean,
talking about that 3-wheeled car that was fun to roll over.
that is the joke. But there's an actual ship called the Reliant, which is the
Yeah,
new.
the Mist Reliant.
Yes,
yeah,
the
it was
two-seater
it's the
starship,
new
didn't it?
starter ship that got voted.
I missed it.
The other
Not a
week.
Robin Reliant.
There's not really any stats on it, I don't think, or any real art yet, even.
Please, for
And
the love
it
of
was the
God, have
only
3
ship.
wheels.
It was the only ship that didn't have any information of what specifics
Yeah.
it would be doing. Everything else
It's a 2-seater ship, and it has Cartwheel technology, and that's all we know. So
Bod is an Imperial commander. Say you may fire when ready. Go ahead, say that.
I can't see that. Not without being
Give me
paid.
5 when
royalties.
ready.
We need to get paid royalties for that.
Oh, do you? Okay. Go ahead.
Stefanix, when will I see new stuff about the Banu race or merchant?
The race themselves?
I'm guessing so. What a ship.
I think he's talking about the Cartual,
No, he
which
said
is the
that
race
Banu.
ship.
It's a Banu.
Oh, the
No,
race
he's talking about the
ship.
Banu. As,
The Banu, yeah,
as,
okay, that's a
Banu is a race. or
Oh.
a ship.
Well, they
as
were
a
doing
race,
like a
as
swimsuit edition calendar for Christmas, I think.
Oh my god.
The
Well,
best
one of
we
my-
would get of anything new for that would be concept art this week.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's completely random, so we don't even know.
It may happen, I suppose. We just don't know what Emmy's.
All we have is the merchantmen. I don't think there's any more Banu ships that have been even announced for sale yet, right?
Yeah.
I'd be happy for them to just give us another picture of the merchant.
Yeah, another
to
concept of
to
something.
tease people to pick up the.
That's what I'm
merchant.
thinking they're going to do for some of these ships. At least the limited ones, it'd make more sense for them to try to boost their sales by showing off art for them.
I
Yeah,
think
'cause some
also
of them we still
they-
have seen very little, haven't we?
I think they've also decided to put the Banu and the Xi'an on the back burner for now because they're focusing so heavy on
Squadron
Boundary
42.
Squadron
And
42.
1.0.
Yeah, which means the Banu need to be worked out completely, whilst the Banu and the Xi'an right now, and especially for Squadron 42, aren't important yet. So, at least for the first couple of phases of Squadron 42.
Maybe it'll be in episode 10 or
Mm-hmm.
11. Or
Come
something.
in a little bit later, yeah.
They'll be like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
there
know.
they are, and then we'll just wait for them, and you'll meet them in a mission. It'll just be a back alley trade, and that'll be it. That'll be
And they're in a merchantman, and they don't have any character models or anything. You're just talking through
You're talking through a screen because we
through your
can't.
Moby glass, and the screen is completely scrambled.
This is redacted.
It's alright, I'll have my sonic screwdriver. I'll be able to translate and I'll know.
He's admitting he's the doctor this time.
Okay, from WoW K75. Would it be wise to melt my Aquila for the Carrack for exploration, strictly for exploration purposes?
Whatever you want to melt down, do it. I think. I mean,
I think he's trying to
The
figure out if
Carrack
it's
is
worth.
supposed to be.
it's worth it.
The better.
They're both
exploration.
technically exploration ships, right? So I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of more or less a wash. It depends. I would say just get whatever you like more aesthetically appeasing.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
stats
I mean,
aren't probably going to be vastly different. I don't think
The Carracks
Oh,
are big. I mean,
they're
Yeah.
different. They're different ships. I mean, but
Yeah, from what Ben said on an interview, purely for exploration, the Carrack is going to have like a better jump drive.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to have a bigger gun. It's less combat efficient, but more exploration specific.
Yeah, remember that the
So-
Constellation is a variant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
And
the Carrack is
The characters
dedicated.
are built for.
Alright, so this
Yes, so for me
And that one
personally,
came
I
with
I
the
melted my Carrack
Archimedes,
to get
didn't
one.
it?
So.
yeah, see the
No,
Carrack will
that's
have
the
a,
Phoenix. The Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
gets the Archimedes.
the Carrack will have a longer range. It'll have a better jump drive. It'll be able to mount more capital size equipment. Although it's not as combat efficient, it'll be able to take more punishment, and the Aquila is more of a multi-purpose exploration more than a dedicated. So
Yeah, and I'd rather have the dedicated.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I melted.
But you can have both, Clifford.
Well, yeah, but I'll probably,
not both.
Well, yeah.
but I'll probably
And you
use
got to
that
think
one
it's
more.
obviously bigger too, because it's about 50 meters bigger than a Connie, and it's got 4 decks, so it's going to be taller too. So
Yeah, and that's why I keep saying, you know, when the PU launches, probably a lot of like the equivalent stuff, I'll probably end up selling that for PU credits and just, you know, keep the actual specific role ships, you know, because then they'll be better suited for my purposes anyways, my play style anyways. I'd rather have something that's dedicated to one thing that I'm doing at that time and then go to the next instead of having like a little multi-purpose.
I'm telling you, Miku's rental service. All over it.
It's going to be just a little shop in the corner of a planet, and it's going to have the Miku dancing outside of just a hologram.
Yeah.
see, if I walked into that shop, I just
Already
expect a
got one
rack
of her dog tags made already.
I just expect a rack of Miku pleasure bots.
Yeah.
No, not so much a ship rental shop. Dancing Miku out front.
Well, that's in the
Miku's
back.
rental.
That's in the back.
Oh, free pleasure bot with every rental. Ah, gotcha.
Remember in Firefly how it had that extra ship? you guys, for those of you who've seen it, you know what I'm talking about?
I get it.
All of Clifford's rental ships will come with that. It'll be like the little docking ship that comes on it as well, with a
For
companion.
exploration.
Yeah. Oh God.
Orifice exploration.
So anyway, yeah, go with the Carrack.
Yeah, I mean, if you're dedicated, if you really want to do exploration, want to focus on it, then it's definitely better to have a dedicated ship. I mean, I did the same with mine. I motored my killer for it. It's costs a bit more, but you know, for exploration purposes, you're going to get more out of it. I reckon for sure. I hope.
I don't know. I just see them when they come out with the concept picture. It's going to be like this carrot with engines on it.
Yeah.
As a joke, you say, Ben, draw the carrot, and he draws a carrot with engines on it. There you go.
From what we've seen of the bridge and stuff of it, it looks pretty cool. Like how there's the rails on top, and it comes out, and you have glass all the way around you and everything.
Yeah.
No, it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to have very good, very wonderful, visibility.
I know what the
views
max crew is. If it's gonna have 4 decks, it's gonna have
a crew 6.
a few people.
Yeah, I think they said 6.
Yeah, crew of 6.
Ben said 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll skip to the next one. Tiger Meter. What starter package would be the best if you're looking to spend between 150 200 bucks?
Maybe a freelance.
What do you want to do in the game?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that would
That's
be
the first question.
What do you want
Right
to
now
do?
is the best time, though, at least, to get a new ship
Yeah.
or package. Because now you can get anything.
But yeah, you have to see. You know, do you want to do exploration? Do you want to do fighting? Do you want to do bounty hunting? Do you like?
For 200, though, you
do you
can
wanna
do
do mining?
essentially anything. You can even almost, if you wanted to do a bit of everything, you can get an Andromeda for 225 or so, I think.
Yeah, Andromeda is a good all-around ship. Cutlass is a good all-around ship. What else is? That's about it in that price range, right? That kind of can do everything.
Yeah.
The freelancer can kind of do a little bit.
Yeah,
of everything. There's one that's like 145, I think, or like.
Yeah, you get like a freelancer max.
Yeah, and then you can kind of do a little bit of everything with that.
Or if you just want to do combat, there's obviously the Super Hornet right now would probably be the best, I think, for that price range.
For combat, yeah, you could be like if you want, or you could do like a boarding ship. You know, the Redeemers there. But that's what? That's
265 or something.
Oh, it's a little steep. But yeah, it really depends on what it is you want to do in the game. What kind of play style you're most comfortable with, or what you think you're going to be doing the most of.
I just want more Cutlass variants. Like a
Speaking
pirate
of that, they're changing the way that works, I believe. They have the hulls will be dropping out of them, and they'll be swappable. I believe.
Well, it would go into the concept of like the Drake Caterpillar and stuff where the wheels drop out of it.
More modular, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, but the thing about the Drake Caterpillar is still the word modular and Drake Caterpillar go together hand in hand, but we have no idea what that means yet.
Not yet. I'm still getting one.
Yeah, no, I've said it. I love the way that it looks. It is so beautifully ugly. I love it.
It looks like a bunch of cargo things just put together, right? So I'm assuming one would assume that you can.
It's like a
replace
container
any of
with
those.
thrusters.
Yeah.
It's a Rector set.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that might be able to be replaced with boarding stuff, or with long-haul transportation, or scanners, or who knows. Like, maybe it can carry ships, you know?
I want to go that far, but...
Maybe smaller ones, who knows?
Maybe you could just have, like, a container rack which has magwells for ships. That I would see plausible. Yep. Tiny ships.
What's next,
Tiny little guys.
Cyberwolf's here.
The Cyberwolf has landed. From Tommy Train, which do we think will be more rare in the PU, a Cartual or a Mist Freelancer?
It's too early to say, right? Because by then we're going to have 85 more ships.
The Cartual is alien, though, and the Misk is not really.
Yeah.
No, it's not really alien. That's
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
they sort of use alien technology in some of their ships, though. But I mean,
you're only gonna know it's a Miz when you're too close. Anyway, like for the freelancers, they all generally look the same, right? Whereas with the Cartual, it looks a lot different. So it may feel
most of
even
them are vertical, and then the
Yeah.
Misk is.
Well, I think he's talking about is he talking about just the specific one ship?
I have
Like
no
the
idea.
Miz, or is he talking about like Misk in general? If he's talking
Yeah,
about
he's
Misk
talking
in
about
ship in general.
We only have
Yeah,
the
then
freelancer and
Cartual
the
will be-
Reliant.
Cartual will definitely be.
I think the
More
Cartual
rare.
would be more rare, but it depends. It might also depend where you are in space. Like certain sectors might have
More
generally
of those
more alien
races.
races than
Well,
certain
if
other
you're,
ones.
if you're flying through Xi'an space, I wouldn't be, too surprised if you're surrounded by Xi'an ships.
That'd be weird.
What is this? What's going on around here? Get
Why
off
is
my
he no
lawn!
Misk?
You just
Why is
get
no
really
Misk
drunk
flying
one
around?
weekend. And
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to when our cabinets actually work.
The drunk mechanic here. It's-
Yeah.
Fly around in some space and be like, "How did I get here?"
I love how they
This
design
isn't-
right in
this
front
isn't
of where I get
Terra.
into my ships.
Hopefully it doesn't clear.
What are
can
you
sit down,
suggesting,
Get drunk.
CIG?
I wonder if
drunk,
insurance will cover that.
Get drunk and quickly try to jump into a dogfight.
You go to
and actually it
jail.
stays. That'd be cool. I bet you it
You're
clears
just gonna be in
if you
jail
jump.
for like 6
when
months
you're-
for a DUI in space.
You set up some like drunk dogfight matches. If it doesn't clear while you're loading.
Yeah.
Well, we can
Right.
already
Well, it
we
gives you
can
enough
we can
time to
technically
it takes
already
long
do
enough.
that.
load screen.
There's nothing stopping us right now other than our livers.
Okay, from Zim McCugs to WTF. When you did your upgrade, did your original package change or just the ship change? I guess he's talking about the Hornet upgrade you
Oh,
applied.
yeah, okay. So what my packages are is I have an Aurora MR Plus with LTI. I have an Aurora LX with LTI. And I also have a Herald with LTI. Now, the Herald that I'm keeping, the Aurora LX is upgraded right now to an M50. That retains its alpha status and its LTI and everything. And the MR is a Hornet. Now it's a Super Hornet as of like not even an hour ago. And that retains its LTI. What's going to happen is the M50 I'm going to be changing to a Cutlass. So I'll ask the beautiful people at CIG if they would be kind enough to remove that upgrade after I purchase the Cutlass upgrade, and I'll put that on there and I'll melt down the M50 upgrade. And then same with the Hornet, that's going to get removed and be replaced with a Caterpillar. So yeah, all the stuff that's with that package is still there. So that means that I only have like 1,000 UEC on that one package. It doesn't have like the 5,000 when I upgrade it to a Cutlass. But the things that's not really as important to me because we all know you'll be able to buy UEC if I really need it, which I'm not going to because I play way too much. But yeah, the big things for me was the Alpha. The Alpha needs to stay for sure, and the LTI. So all three of those ships going in, I know that I'll always have those, and I'll be able to say, this is what I started the game with, and it's like my little museum.
Pretty cool.
Oh, it will be. Yoko Rose, Festakis, he wants to know where you can get one of your a flag behind you.
You can't.
You got to steal it like he
Steal
did.
it from Sandy.
I didn't steal it.
How did you get it?
He asked someone very
Ah.
nicely.
Sexual
It just
I-
he's not
I
allowed
knew-
to say.
I knew Aaron looked really relieved during that interview.
Well, you can always go. You can always go to a flag shop and send them. Like we got one here in Houston that's really big. You can send them any emblem and they can put it on.
But
on the
that's
flag.
a part of the fabric, isn't it? That's not printed on there. That's a part of the fabric, isn't it?
I think it's
Yeah,
screen.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like it's actually.
Yeah,
well, they-
that
they-
way.
yeah. They got machines there at this one that it weaves everything. Anything they got a big lathe machine. Yeah, they can do anything.
I thought it was just silk screen at the top of the blue.
No. This however they got theirs made or where they got them made. This is
Magic.
a genuine
Yeah, that's-
SIG flag from SIG headquarters. So It's so mad.
Where did you get your flag from, Source?
My flag?
Store.
What?
Your background.
Local construction paper store.
This
Not on my green screen up.
This is
It looks like he
$10
stole
right
it.
here. I'll show you guys. This is $10 of dollar store material.
It
Look at
looks
that
like
one. Does,
It works.
that one doesn't even match.
Yeah, it works.
What's that one doing? But it works. It does what I need it to do.
it looks like one session of a kindergarten's art and crafts missing out
Yeah.
because he's just stolen the fucking.
Those big pads that they give him with the multiple colors and the green's missing on each one of the pads.
All
Yeah,
the green ones are missing.
And the teacher has to tell him, "I'm sorry, kids. There'll be no trees today because some arsehole stole the green."
What's next, sir, Bob? We got Cyberwolf, so we at least have 300 questions.
Yeah. This is from W. Chris. I think he was asking Source the same. When you upgrade your Hornet, did it give you the 2 years insurance? I think they said the insurance
I
is
don't
going to be for the
think
upgrades
it
on the
LTI.
base package. Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
sure it didn't.
yeah. I think what they said is the insurance is what if you put an upgrade on, you're going to keep the insurance from your base
Yeah,
package.
the thing is, I have LTI on that.
Oh, you have LTI, yeah.
Yeah, the upgrade will be the upgrade's just an upgrade, so it depends on the
Yeah.
base of the ship.
Yeah.
It would be kind of sucky if you had 6 months, you put the upgrade on, and it's like, nope, you get 6 months only.
Nope, just
you
truck
would see a
test
really fast message to concierge.
Yeah.
Being
like, I
"Never
was
mind."
promised 2 years, and then they're like, well, only on the Super Hornet parts. All the other parts are gonna be 6
Yeah.
months only.
just the turret. that's what you get. And
Yeah,
the
how many Canard turrets do you expect next week?
I mean, that's a major reason to upgrade your. Get that. Because that Canard turret really does give you an advantage in the.
Yeah, and
Arena
like,
Commander, pay to win.
and like what
It is.
what Buckasaurus said at the beginning, you know, if you currently have a 6 month ship, fucking cash it in and rebuy it because you'll be
if
able
you
to.
don't have alpha,
Unless it's your only alpha package.
Yeah.
Right, you
yeah,
can't melt that
or
down.
you
Yeah.
have LTI. Otherwise, there's no reason not.
Even
to
if it
do
has
What-
alpha, though,
Yeah.
it's just
I'm gonna
$5.
check right now. What
Yeah, but-
one?
You can lose alpha permanently, because I almost did that the other day. Well, not the other day, but the last time when I bought the 890, I think.
Oh
it was.
yeah, I guess that's true because now they're going to be doing modules and not just.
Yep. Yep.
So that being said, it depends on how much that's worth to you. That alpha. If you think, what's another $30 that's worth it for that insurance, then sure, go ahead and do it because you can go and buy the passes for it. But let me take a look at the store. I'm not sure if do all the ships right now come with 2 years, or is it just the ones for the anniversary that come for 2 years? So
Just the ones in the sale, I think.
Yeah, just the ones in the sale.
The
yeah, so the
The
Gladiator
non-concept.
6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, so for the Retaliator and for the Banus and stuff, don't do that because they should have LTI on them.
But for example, if you have an Aurora, changing it to that Aurora LX is going to be worth it. It's the
Well,
same
we can't do it
price.
with the Mustangs, huh?
Yeah.
Nope.
I wonder what happens now if you add a Mustang code. If it'll be, I'm assuming it wouldn't be 2 years. It'd still be 2
No, it'd
weeks
be
or
6
whatever.
months. Yeah.
Yeah, same with
It's not.
the
It's not even
MLB,
6 months.
all
I think
that
it's 2
stuff.
weeks or something.
Well, that's
Like the-
just.
The Mustang one's the lowest
One,
insurance
three.
you'll get.
5, 6.
Calculations.
Numbers involved.
Six
saying
ships.
I was saying this on your channel earlier. My favorite numbers are 1, 2, and 9,000.
Yeah,
My favorite number.
yeah, those are the best numbers.
Those are.
what?
Okay, from Helai. Is a Starfarer a guild ship, or would a single player want to own one?
I want to make a lot of cash. Delivering that fuel back and forth. Oh,
Can-
and the space lube. Remember?
Not just fuel, though. Not
Space
just
lube.
fuel.
Space lube. You can sell space lube to the the guys who make. Because you
Yes,
get a lot of
which-
space lube.
Which can also double as the cheese substitute in the cafeteria as well.
Yes, edible space lube.
It is, of course.
Is it
Also,
100%
cheddar?
jump
safe.
drive grease. It works
It's
for that
safe.
too.
Safe for consumption. It's fine. Yeah.
Is it cheddar or Limburger flavor?
It's a cheese substitute. It's like the stuff that you guys put on your nachos in a 7-Eleven.
Like this.
That's real cheese,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, right.
This is made
All
with real
natural.
cheese.
all
yeah.
natural
This is
ingredients.
Afro's.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
This is Renfro's ghost pepper.
It's,
if those of you who know, I have a thing for ghost peppers where like this.
Oh no, you're not. It's trying to kill you, and you just keep
It's
trying to
not-
ingest
Yeah,
it.
I wonder how many ulcers you're going to get in your stomach, and then you're going to have to be taking like Nexium or something for the rest
I
of
eat
your
a
life.
lot
But
of
he has a very shiny colon.
Yeah, but has everyone even seen the video of him eating
Who
one?
needs to bleach it when you got?
You're right.
Oh my god.
I have a super strong steel colon. I eat ghost peppers every day.
Yep.
My volume's
There's a
little
link
low.
I just posted in chat of him eating one, so...
I wouldn't.
I'll fix
I
it.
would,
You seriously eat them every day?
Thanks, Chris.
No, I don't eat them every day, but
Oh, okay.
You do to build your tolerance. You need to.
I do eat a lot of ghost pepper infused foods, and I do eat a lot of like I really have a high spice tolerance.
Because
I
his
just like
intestines
spicy
are
food.
steel now.
and plus, he lives in the Arctic, so he's constantly cold. So
Yeah, it helps keep me
Oh,
warm in the
he's
winter
cold.
times here in the
He's
Great Canyon.
cold?
I know,
Really?
I don't even have snow here.
Really now?
Oh, you should
What's the
I guess
temperature
it's
outside
dark
right
out.
now? Look, I'll look
Um,
outside and it's probably snowing right now.
Yeah,
It's
it's
snowing at
probably,
my house. Yeah.
right now it is. I have my window open. It is 11 degrees Celsius. So that's like
It's
100
minus 5
degrees
right now.
Fahrenheit or something.
It's
I don't
minus
know how
5
it
right
works
now.
for Americans.
Nice.
Okay,
All right.
next question.
Yeah, next way we get off the shiny colon. Let's move on.
Rapidity?
Ghost
Shout
Walker
outs.
21. What do you guys think about SIG bringing back the Meet the Developer videos?
Sounds good. There's
think
still
it's
an
good.
idea from me, but that's all right.
Especially
more
with
content,
they've got
the
so many. There's so many new ones. You know,
I'm
bringing
fucking around,
people
yeah,
back.
I think it'll be interesting to see what all of them 300 people have to say.
Yeah.
Here's what I'd like to see him do, though, because I was watching even the interview with what was his name today? I'm bad with names. That guy, interface guy,
Zane.
Zane. Yeah, Zane Minutin. With him, it was like what was it, like 30 minutes long, and it almost seems like they could condense it down a little bit. I don't know, or sort of cut out some of the
Well, they'll probably get better over time, just like all their
Yeah,
other shows, right?
that could be.
Yep.
Okay. From Tude. Tudely Day. Or Tudely Die. However you want.
Tiddly die.
How many Idrises? He wants to know if we know how many Idrises are sold, and will 200 javelins and all those Idrises be too much to bring into the PU without bringing some serious problems?
Well, the number of people keep on going up.
Yeah.
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 Did
Yeah.
they
We're at
originally have a
600,000.
limited number to the Idris when they originally sold them? I don't remember.
Originally, it was 1,000 Idrises. No, that's
Yeah.
not true. That's not even true.
Isn't
I
it
don't even
dry?
remember.
It was 100 the very first pledge, like the Kickstarter.
On the
pledge.
Kickstarter?
Yeah,
we
that was
we can find that out real quick.
There you go.
Kickstarter.
I think it was Idry. I think.
if Dan Retta was in the thing, he'd know all the numbers from the top of his head.
Speaking of which, STARCAST, what happened with our friend coming this week? Couldn't get him.
Still hasn't been replying to my emails, so.
He hates you now.
No, I don't think he hates me. I think he's
He
just.
couldn't get that stain out of his pants.
I think he's just busy
Yeah.
as fuck. He's just busy. I'm
Seriously,
gonna keep trying though. I won't let him forget. Believe me.
you're supposed to hump him after you wiped yourself down, Stock.
Fuck off. That's not how we do shit down here.
Oh, Dan Retta is in the chat.
I know, but I want Dan Retta to tell me exactly the number of Idrises that currently populate the world, not counting concierge added chips, because we know that they played a little bit fast and loose with those numbers. Because,
Just a
like
little.
Clifford says, you know, I pledged so much I could just go to SIG and go, give me damn ship, and they give me damn ships. That's kind of how concierge did things for a while. And that was not
Same
my-
with even CCU, I think for a little while they didn't stick to the if it's flyable, it's CCU.
No, they were very, 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 very not sticking to the rules when it came to, you know, you have money you want to give us? Okay, well, we'll see what we can do. And they invented these waiting lists that were...
Well, they just hit Control-C, Control-V, and then there's a new ship for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
for
ultimately
them,
it
it's
doesn't hurt anything.
No. So, but yeah, they, you know, I don't know how much of this, you know, how many they actually sold through concierge, but we know that they did sell some. And it was, you know, it was just one of those things where if you have the money and you're willing to put it in, then SIG is not going to say, no, we don't want your money.
They've also been giving out ships at their events and stuff. Like on the last one, they gave out a scythe to some guy. Gave out 890 jump.
Yep.
Okay,
Bastard.
that's totally wrong. There's more than 200 Idrises.
Because Core has 4 of them.
The last sale they sold more than that, didn't they?
If there's only 200 Idrises, I got really bad news for the rest of the galaxy.
He's got all of them.
The last sale, didn't they sell like 400 or something?
Well, yeah, just on this panel, there's what? Clifford has 3, and you have 4. There's 7 right there.
Squirrel has 26 Idris. So that right there, that's at least 142.
Well, we know in the last sale they did like 100 every slot, so that was like 400 they gave out or something like that.
I think that there's been 2 instances where they've sold allotments of 400, 400, and another one of 300, and that's not counting P's or M's. I'm just counting Idrises.
Yeah.
Then there was probably 30, another 10. No, fuck. There's probably another 25% of that number sold through concierge, which would probably bring the total number of Idrises somewhere around 1,300 to 1,500. That's probably a realistic number of Idrises currently in the universe.
And then in the game, once Squadron 42 comes out, you're going to see even bigger ships, and then you're going to be like, well, now the Idris is this big, and there's going to be ships that are that big, so...
Yes.
It's going to make people want those.
The thing is, we currently don't know. I mean, even, who is it, Squirrel saying that there's at least 200? It could be.
2,000. They're saying
2,000. Yeah, there's at least 2. Yeah, I think 2,000 and 1,500 to 2,000 is a safe number to say. It's pretty guaranteed there.
I would put my guess somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000, but only because I don't know how many sold through concierge. And
how many is in Imperium alone?
I cannot disclose that information. I'm just saying, if there was only 200 Idrises, then we've already got...
All right, let's stop beating this horse.
Between 200 and 1,000.
Yeah, there's at least one in less than 1 million. All right, let's go on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got like 500 more questions. That's what I'm trying to skip.
From Daddy-O.
Yeah.
When you release exploration for my freelancer, will I lose the Hornet I have now in Arena Commander?
Say again?
He's got a freelancer. He's currently dogfighting with a Hornet. He's curious if he will lose the Hornet when when a PU comes and he can.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just like there's trainers
just placeholders.
Right now. Yeah, placeholders.
That's right.
But soon we'll be able to earn credits, so hopefully that'll include ships for AC.
Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
awesome?
and you'll be able to rent those. It'll
be for AC
what
only.
they said, I believe it's AC only, and it sounds like you can just rent them. You can't buy them permanently for AC. But who knows? But they did say that it was ships and it was weapons. The last time they had talked about it. So.
Well, they always had the intention of sort of fly before you buy.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
at least they're giving us.
You buy.
They're giving us like the weeks at a time, right? They did the M50. Now they're doing the 300 series. They'll do a Hornet one, right?
I'm saying in PU though. Once it's all done and said, and they've taken away all those, you'll be able to say, I think I might want to try out a Hornet, so I'll pay a few credits to be able to fly it in Arena Commander for a week.
To be honest,
do I like it or not? Then go out and buy one.
It'd be even smarter just to go on. There's going to be private servers that you're going to be able to test everything out on.
Of course.
So you just jump into a private server. It costs you nothing.
If I can just talk about that, they did say that, but they've also been very quiet about that ever since. I mean, is that still one of their goals? I mean, I figured I'd just throw it on the table because Elite Dangerous just scrapped single player and offline
mode. Yeah,
offline mode.
And they came out and said we're going to have offline mode now.
Yeah, they did confirm that they are. After all that hubbub, after you like that word hubbub, after the elite stuff. But I'm saying like online servers that are they're private servers that'll be run by people. I know for a fact I'm gonna have a private server where we'll be able to test stuff and we'll be able to do our training and stuff like that without having to worry about anything like that. We'll be able to train people on ships that we don't have, or be able to try out, okay, what's the best way to board a Javelin, or what's the best way to board an Idris, and things like that.
Don't worry,
I'm
not trying to knock it. I'm just
I don't see
live up to it.
If we're able to run our private servers and we're able to mod those servers, there's no reason why we're not going to be able to just take all just make a clone of Star Citizen, and that's going to be the same for the people who are Care Bears, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'll be able to make a server that's just no
Firefly
PvP
server.
at all, right?
Yeah.
And for them and all their friends, and those will be popular.
Take my
I'm gonna get
vote.
banned from so many of them.
Yep.
They're rough deals. But yeah, no, I was just, it's one of those things that where when they promise that stuff, you hear it, and you're like, that'd be cool for doing this and this and that. But at the same time, you're also thinking, they'll probably not fully go through with it or get rid of it, or at least not at first and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, we really want, and then, so that'll be their focus. And that's
It kind of it sounds to me that it was one of those things that Chris Roberts and maybe Aaron or somebody talked about during a video. When somebody said, "Will we have private servers?" Like, "Oh yeah, that'd be a great idea." And then when they actually implement it, you're probably right. It's going to be.
We're also going to have mod support too. So I mean,
yeah, well, only on the private servers. Like you will be able to make a Firefly Serenity style ship if you want.
there's going to be a Star Wars. There's
There'll be a
going to
Star
be
Wars one. Firefly
there's going to be a
one
medieval one probably.
with lightsabers. So yeah, that's all going to come, but the main universe you won't be able to mod, as far as I know. I mean, they might have add-ons for you to use for UI.
No, the main
add-ons,
universe.
Yeah,
but
UI.
You might be. You should be able to make a clone of the main universe that doesn't affect the main universe, right? So that's what I'm saying. Just for testing purposes, that's all it would be good for. It'd be good for testing
That's
all
going to be
those
a
ships.
big
training and
download.
testing. That's what it's going to be for.
All right, next.
Okay, Cyborg. What ship do we think was on the sneak peek today? His money's on the Vandal bomber. It's just we had the pictures of it earlier.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
we had that.
Was that is the one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll show a picture of it again for. That's back over here.
And Sithil, I know they did, but it's one of those things that you read it, you register it, you back for it.
There's
and
a
then,
lot of things that they need to just catch up on, but it's things that we don't need right now. Right now we have AC, we don't have PU.
Exactly.
So the things in PU we're not going to hear about. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of ships they've already said that we're not going to hear about until Squadron 42 comes out, just because they don't want to give it all away.
Yep.
Which is nice.
It's the customizability of the that private servers offer with mods and all that really bring back the feeling of it being a computer game. I remember when people were so surprised on and this is just complete tangent and very short one. When people they were playing GTA 5 or no GTA 4 is a better example. And they played it on console, and then a year later it came out on PC, and they saw videos of it, and they were like, "Oh my God! How can you fly? How can you be Iron Man? How can you have DeLoreans?" And everyone was just like,
Mods.
PC. That's mods. That's normal.
What have you?
Why don't roll? Well, yeah, I don't understand.
I've literally shown a coworker a video of like the ice mod for GTA 4, and he's like, "That's real life." I'm like, "No, it's just a screenshot." And he's like, "No," and I'm like, "Here's a video," and he still is like, "No, that's just made up." I'm like, like you can't even prove it to people who have only played on a console. They're playing games at 720p, 30 FPS, and you show them something
amazing,
like so spectacular that they're in disbelief.
All right, next.
Okay, from Phoenix. I have a LTI Ghost Hornet that was gifted to me as my first ship in my hangar. I really want a Super Hornet.
I was waiting for this to come up. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about something about this as well. But, he really wants a Super Hornet. It's got an LTI Ghost. He's basically saying, I should just wait until I can upgrade the Ghost to the Super Hornet so that I can have LTI on my Super Hornet, correct? Instead of purchasing the anniversary.
My suggestion would be if you have Concierge, is it an upgraded Hornet to a Stealth Hornet, or did you just buy the Stealth Hornet?
It looks like he's got an LTI Ghost Hornet, which was gifted to him, so it's probably the package, like just a ship. It's the ship on this.
I would contact CIG and just say, whether it be through concierge or through customer support, and just tell them this is because we have a week, right? So I would say, look, this is what I want.
You message them now. You'll have a message before the end of the sale, and they will probably accommodate it for you.
To give you an idea, I had Hornet Ghost before we started this podcast, and I went and bought the upgrade. I messaged concierge, and within 5 or 10 minutes, they had messaged me back and it was off, and I could apply my Super Hornet.
Remember, guys, not everyone's insane like we are and has concierge.
Yeah,
but you don't need concierge.
Yeah, you
No,
just hit the
you can just.
customer
I think
support.
it's just
It just takes
contact
longer.
support.
Yeah.
The thing that's curious to me about this is obviously if you look at the website at the moment, you can buy an upgrade for the basic Hornet, and for the tracker and the Ghost, it says the upgrades are available when the Super Hornet is flyable.
They just got lazy.
That's not going to
They
be
just
this
got lazy
week.
though.
So
yeah, they just got lazy and said, "Here's the upgrade from this to this," but we don't want to do an extra line of code and have this to this to this.
No, but so what I'm curious about, and obviously what I reckon he would be curious about, is the Hornet there. If you click on the upgrade at the moment, it says this can only be applied on the base Hornet. Now, if you bought that, when they release the upgrades for the other trackers, is it going to be the same upgrade package? Because if it is, you can just buy it now and keep it until you can apply it. But it doesn't say. It just says available when the Hornet is flyable. But
the way they did it before, though, is with other ships, you would need, say, a 300i. You could upgrade to whatever, a Hornet, but it'd be from a 300i to a Hornet would be a separate price from a 315p or a 325a to the Hornet.
Yeah.
But they just got lazy and didn't do that for whatever reason, and have it only for a Hornet to a Super Hornet, not a Hornet Ghost to a Hornet.
Well, that's
Super
because
Hornet.
those were cross chassis, and this one they instead of writing new code for it, they just said, "Here's the upgrade again."
Yeah, it's just worded badly, isn't it? Because the way it seems there is, you can upgrade it once. You can fly the Super Hornet, but by then you can't buy these upgrades anymore because they're limited and they're going to be gone next week. So, if you know what I mean.
So worst case, you'd have to buy the upgrade and then just contact support, and if it takes longer, they'll fix it and give them the money back.
Yeah.
The difference.
Yeah, because at the very least, you could, if you had the Hornet, you can still the upgrade kit. You can get your money back from that if you don't use it, you can melt that down and get that $55 back. But I would just obviously, as these guys said, just send a message to support and ask them about it.
Hopefully, I'm hoping the Canard turret becomes available in the shop sometime.
Because I suspect support may say something similar, as in get the upgrade and we'll sort it out when we can, kind of thing.
Yeah,
watch they're gonna be busy
front
this
turret
week.
Comes in next week.
Yeah.
For
Just
$10
after
or
the
something.
sale, that would be hilarious.
Who's
Okay.
typing?
Nice.
Well, it
Whoever has the
wasn't-
blues. It's
Clifford.
whoever has the blue keyboard.
Tick tick tickety tickety.
All right.
All
From
right, anyway,
Cyborg, from Cyborg, what do you guys think about the new subsidized packages of $20 due to the $2,500 Javelin sale?
what is the subset? What are they talking about?
They were talking about because of the amount of Javelins they're trying to sell, they'll be able to get 5,000 extra or 5,000 Auroras or something for $20 they can sell because of the amount of Javelins they're selling
I'm lost.
over the anniversary. So basically, you can currently is that what? What's the wording on this page?
Very confusing.
Yeah, we're using the assortment of Javelin destroyers to subsidize discount packages for new players. 200 Javelins means we can make 5,000 $20 Aurora game packages available for sale at the same time.
I see. That's a good idea.
If that's only for new players, like new
Yeah.
backers, I'm for it. If it's for
But how can you stop it? Anyone can make a new account, you know.
There's no way you can.
Yeah, they can't really. They can just
that
make sure
right.
it's done on them.
it's going to be
Gift it to somebody.
this is going to be after, or no, it's going to be during the sale still. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so if it says if they mean at the same time as the Javelin sales, and that's going to be from next weekend when the main sale finishes, right?
No, the sale ends end of a month, so that would be still in the time frame for the sale. So.
And
Yeah.
then how and people would be like, oh well, why would anybody want an Aurora if you bought it for 20 and melt for 20? But think of any of the CCU stuff, right? That's something that sort of throws a monkey wrench into that. Is going to be like, okay, I want to buy a Cutlass, but instead of buying a Cutlass, I'm going to buy an Aurora for $20, and then I'll just hold on to that till I can CCU it, and it's going to save me, $25.
That's still good though. That there's going to be Auroras for $20. I'm going to have to let people I know who don't have the game yet and say, well, here you go. Here's an opportunity to get the game for $20.
Yeah.
That's dirt
No,
cheap.
it's definitely it's good to get new backers in, but I think it should be. I don't know how they're going to do that.
I mean, I do a lot of giveaways, and it'd be great for me to get some $20 ships to do giveaways with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we haven't hit either goal tonight, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it. We're running out of time.
How far away are we?
We're $70 away from the $100, and we're $90 away from, or the $70 away for the 1,000, and then I got the numbers all backwards, and $30 away from the 100. So we'll soldier on, as it is. Okay. Next.
Okay, from Agnar Burncell. Is there going to be space mining or salvage or shipwreckage? Yes.
Yes.
The salvage ship is already out there, Redeemer, which a lot of Reclaimer, yeah, which a lot of us here have. Hang on, I have one.
A lot of us. I mean,
There's mining ships coming too. The Orions is a concept we're going to be getting soon, isn't it? The Orion ship.
There's the Miss Sea, and then there's Orion after the Carrick, which is next week.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other concept ships after those.
Not in this wave, no.
Not on this wave, yeah. And then there will be the new ships, which will be interesting. And if they continue this, I don't know if they're going to do this or not and just have more concept like they've been doing now, where we get to vote on which we'd like to see and which will come out first, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? As long as
they're going to run out of ship ideas.
Maybe they're going to stretch them out a bit longer, maybe. The way 4 ones. Okay, Cyborg. If you have a jump point that you have charted but have never given a plot to anyone else, could you trick someone into following you in and getting destroyed if they had a ship too large to safely navigate through it? I believe the Freelancer is a larger ship capable of plotting a new jump point.
Are you saying so you get somebody to chase you and you're flying an Idris, and then all of a sudden they get tore apart by the jump point because they got too close?
I think it's referring to people chasing.
The first one that goes through it, though, I don't know if it counts the same way if everyone else after that goes, because the way they said it before is that the Freelancer was one of the smallest, or biggest rather, that could go through a jump point, and after that, it would basically have been discovered. But this guy is saying if he didn't share the coordinates, would it still be undiscovered, and therefore not accessible to somebody in like an Idris or something?
From what I understand about jump points, number one, they come in different sizes.
Yeah, so we don't really know yet.
Some are maybe going to be only navigable by like something super small like an M50 or something at
or
first.
Herald.
Or Herald or something. And then you also have the way that it's not the I guess it's the coordinates of actually flying through it. So think of it like you're going to be flying through a tunnel with obstacles pretty much, right? So you're going to be flying through it, and then after you've flown through it, it has basically what movements you made, and then so you can automate it. Now you can choose to share those, or you can choose to keep those to yourself, or you can choose to sell them or whatever to only specific people. So anybody, if someone was to follow you in there, for example, if you had an M50 and an Idris tried to follow you in and it couldn't fit an Idris, Idris can't go. If you had an M50 and the Idris tried to follow and they could both go through, you'd both have to manually navigate it. And that would be it. Unless for whatever reason that first ship shared it with the second one, but I couldn't imagine what reason you would be doing that to a ship.
Well, you have friends on the other side, and you're just pretending to help the guy, and then you liberate his loot.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that would be a good reason why. But outside of that's how I understand it to be from all the information that I've read and seen.
Yeah, they've not given too much info about that sort of thing yet, has he? But
not a lot.
Who knows? It'll come.
Thanks, Alpha Strike.
Cyborg again. So the new 2-year insurance, good idea or a workaround for the OTI debates? I think
the whole
he's
thing's a
overthinking
mess,
it.
man. They just need to get rid of this altogether.
No, what they need to do is, I've said this
now.
before, I'm going to say it again. They need to put LTI tokens for sale on the store for $20 each. And that's just going to solve everything. That's it. That's what they need to do.
That'll do it.
And the only way you can't get that in-game. You can only buy that with money. A lot of people are going to buy them. They're going to make more money than they've made on any sale. They'll make more money than they've made on any sale doing that. There's no reason why they shouldn't. Everybody's paying real money for this anyways. Just let them spend the extra tokens. The people who have it already, your bonus was you didn't have to pay for it. That's at the end. I am sick of talking about it, but I think that's the perfect solution to the entire.
No, I agree. I agree. That'll do it. But just to be sure, make it $100.
But what's going to happen next year? What's going to happen
I
next
think-
year when it's their third-year anniversary? They're going to have 3-year LTI, and then they're going to have 4-year LTI, and then...
No. What Soros just said would fix that issue. I mean...
Yeah. I just don't see them
Yeah, everybody
doing
would
it
buy
at this point.
Yeah,
And it
everyone,
would make them a shit ton more. And at the end of the day, that's why they're doing all of this stuff. That's why we can buy ships. That's why we can do all this stuff, is for them to earn money so they can make more. I'm surprised they haven't done it already, to be honest.
Yeah, they really need to stick their middle finger in the air for all these assholes who are still using the gray market to actually turn a profit. Like, I can understand it for those who put their money back into the pledge. Like, I can get that. But, I mean, the only reason I didn't melt mine, and this is 100% true, is because other people wanted to buy it. You know, what am I going to say? No, I'm going to melt it for myself, and you can't have it. So, ultimately, I did
Keep
sell.
your free money away from me.
So ultimately, I did sell mine, but I spent 0 time negotiating and 0 time putting it on a fucking bid or anything. So, for me, it was an easy choice. But it was only because people were throwing money at me that I was like, okay, well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Kangaroo says they could totally milk the fan base for more funding. Well, they already are. Like, Sandy's in charge of marketing, and she's brilliant when it comes to this stuff because every once in a while, one of these sales comes up, and we all go, "Here's my wallet," and just start throwing it at the screen.
Well, look at what I said about chat earlier. People were freaking out that the sale hadn't started at 12 o'clock. It's open for a week, and people are just wanting. It's like their monitor is a cash magnet.
Mm-hmm.
They open my wallet, and it's like pff, all to
But if they
it.
don't do it now, they might run out of fake ships.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People are like, which ship is going to be more rare in the Persistent Universe? I'm like, you realize there's going to be another 400
There's going to
ships
be,
before we
by
even
the
get
time
there.
the game actually comes out, there's going to be so many ships to choose from. And when the game actually comes out, there's
They're
going to
gonna
be even
continue
more
making
ships.
them.
They're going to keep on making them.
They're just going to keep making them, and they're just going to keep coming
So
out.
the ships
This
we have
new ship
right
is-
now, like the ships we have right now, might not even be that good.
When
To be
this
honest,
time
we don't
last
know.
year, when we were doing this show, I think we had maybe 15 ships we were talking about at that most. And what are we over? 50 now?
Steroids.
50.
Yeah.
So God, there's going to be 400, 500 ships by the time Persistent Universe hits.
Now we're going to have another starter ship soon enough.
Yeah.
There's also
Especially with
another. There's also another thing that I hate. Like even for the Carrack right now, is they're selling batches of 50. It's like why? Why limit that number? Why not just make it a 5-minute sale?
Not the Carrack,
And-
Because they guarantee sales from it.
the Javelin.
That's why.
Yeah, no,
Because
but
if something's rare, then people are more likely to jump on it. How rare do you think? How many people do you think would actually buy the Javelin compared
many people
to
do you think
we're
would buy
only going to make
300?
it in 50? Yeah,
If they literally just came out with it and said, "Here's the scythe, everyone can buy it now for $300,"
who's going to buy it?
who would actually? I had that in my head. I'm like, when it first came
Rare
out, I'm
enough,
like,
yeah, it's like
I'd have
with
to melt
collectible
2
cards or
ships.
something, you know.
I'd have to melt
Yeah.
2 ships, and is it really better than a Hornet?
no,
No,
it's not.
No.
it's just rare. It's limited.
No, I get that, but all I'm trying to say is that the exact same thing happens when you try and sell a Javelin per allotments of 50 for an hour. You'll sell everything out in a minute. So why not just do a sale of 5 minutes for unlimited Javelins? I mean,
Yeah, they could do
Well,
that.
because everyone will miss it then.
no, because
Well,
it'll
not
be
everyone.
4 sales.
Oh,
It'll
okay,
still be
yeah.
the same. It'll just mean you have to be on the money to do it,
Yeah.
And everyone who really wants one is going to be on the money anyway, and those who
Yeah.
miss out after that
Wow.
1 minute are going to complain. So,
So I just checked this though.
Yeah.
You know those little figurines? There's only 380 left of them. So they've
They're so
they've already
expensive.
sold 600 and
At
change.
$10 a pop.
Well,
Like-
I mean, they're already looking at the counter here. They only need to make.
Like how much would that actually cost them?
all they need to do is make 90,000 more, and they hit the $62 million mark already.
Guarantee they've probably already done that. It just hasn't updated yet.
it does
the
update
cards have
every...
left.
Yeah, I'm sure it's slow to update though.
So
Yeah.
the cards have already sold like another 300 or so, and they're pretty good. The pens,
So what's
the
next?
pens
Bud?
a wash.
Go back, go.
Questions? Yeah,
Well,
let's go.
do it!
Cyborg, do you think SIG should stop doing the free ship trials like the current 300 series when the rental with credit system is introduced? Yes.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
so.
Yes.
They will.
Definitely.
They will, yeah.
Why would they do it otherwise though?
Yeah.
Well, they
They'll
can
still have
use it
the
for
scythe
promotions.
though. They're gonna eventually have the scythe for subscribers as a token.
Yeah, but then everyone who actually has Oh no, right? Yeah, no, never mind.
Yep.
I was gonna make up some kind of joke, but it doesn't.
Cyberwolf, I don't think $10 is cheap, to be quite honest with you.
For what it is,
For what
it
it
looks cheap.
It's
For
a
it
little.
looks-
It looks
Plastic.
like a dollar store
It's a
toy.
three
It's like
inch
tall.
what I'm saying is $10 is expensive because he says $10 is
Yeah.
cheap. But I'm saying it's expensive because
They had
it's-
3 on their desk the other day on ATV, and I was like, well, 3 for 10, I'd do that. But
in
It's
different
like-
Remember,
stances.
they're not
Those
painted.
things,
for one?
those things are like the the miniature board
yeah, it's
game
just a little
stuff.
miniature things. I wonder how
And-
much those cost.
Well, you can buy for $100. You can buy close to 30, 40, 50 of them. So I mean,
And I'm assuming since
And
now
they're
there's
better
3D
detail.
printing, you can get anything you want.
yeah, and you can get this is how the miniatures do it. Like for Kickstarters and stuff, they sell a board game for $50, and they sell 7 to 10 different sculpts, and you're only paying $40, and you're getting close to 100 of them. So
Yeah,
miniature sculpts are not expensive.
Warhammer figurines or little D&D figurines you're using for your game, those are all cast lead or pewter or whatever. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not some
They're
cheap little
plastic.
plastic things. you
There are
know.
plastic ones.
Well, yeah, there are.
Yeah.
Some of
But
it.
they're also way more detailed than if you
the-
look at the
yeah.
close-ups of those. They're a little rough around the edges.
A little, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
All right, moving on.
That's
Envoy 70. If I melt my freelancer mess package now to take advantage of 2-year insurance, will I lose my alpha access on the original package?
If that's the
Yes.
only thing you have, yeah. If that's your
Yeah,
only
you
ship
will.
with Alpha, yeah.
So if that's your only package, then yes, you will lose your alpha access.
so you have to figure out what is it worth it for you to buy 2, potentially 3 or 4 alpha passes, or is the insurance worth more to you? That's what you have to figure out.
Don't know. Squirrel, I'm thinking
Or-
they're getting those things for 10 cents a piece from China.
No, it's not 10 cents. It does cost a little bit, but they're probably paying a set price.
They
and
bought
then-
1,000. They bought
Yeah.
1,000, so they're getting some sort of bulk.
Oh yeah, no.
Reluctant Snake.
It's
You
like,
also
for
have to remember
instance,
shipping is included in that as well.
Yeah.
Reluctant
well,
Snake just
not
did
for
it,
China.
everybody.
China sends everything as a gift. That's how my fucking thing arrived. That means I didn't have to pay customs on it, which is great for me, great for China, but sad for
Who's
customs.
typing now? Reluctant Snake just donated $13.37 because he's leet, and then he decided to do exactly what we need. $1,000 we've raised. Thank you, Reluctant. So, congrats. All right, Reluctant, let's get this raffle going then. Anybody who's donated more than $5 is in the raffle. So,
What can they win again?
they're going to be winning a Freelancer Durr by Clifford. So let me get this thing set up here, and then we'll get started because we're running out of time, so we got to do it quickly.
Dope.
A deer, a female deer.
Doe.
Ring, I drop a golden sun.
It's a homer.
Homo.
Homer. No.
It's a Hummer.
I'm gonna
Why,
go-
you little?
It's a Hummer.
Dope.
It's a Hummer.
Okay, what's the next question?
Yeah, go ahead, do the next one.
I'm glad you got that, Core.
Everyone pay attention to the chat. The keyword's coming up in just a second.
Okay. So, from Dilek, WTF, how do you feel playing with a joystick compared to the mouse and keyboard?
Okay, so just recently, actually, I moved back to mouse and keyboard, and it's not because I don't like joystick, it's because the program that comes with SciTech keeps running my CPU at 100% and freezing my computer right up. So I actually just switched back to mouse and keyboard. That has sort of brought a revelation upon me. I do like the HOTAS. It feels awesome. It feels really solid. It's a lot more predictable. But that being said, the mouse and keyboard is still a lot more accurate for me. And it was actually I went to the HOTAS for 2 weeks. I came back to mouse and keyboard, and I think I'm better with mouse and keyboard after doing the HOTAS for 2 weeks.
Because HOTAS is where you learn to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Right now, it is a lot easier to just sort of with the HOTAS. I can keep a ship in my field of view, but I can't do that fine tuning. Whereas with the mouse, I can do that fine tuning a lot easier.
Thank you, Reluctant Snake. Appreciate this. The raffle's over in 7 minutes, everybody. We're gonna go really quick here.
So yeah, I really enjoy the HOTAS. It's still going to take a lot more work. I am going to continue to use it, and I'm sure there's going to be points where if I need to be super competitive, then I'm just going to go to mouse and keyboard until I get to that point where I can be at that same competitive level with the HYPES.
FPS soon.
I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Tood. Tood said earlier he couldn't afford to donate, and he just donated $10. Thank you, Tood. Appreciate that. Big hugs to you.
Okay. Got one more on the list. From Dilek to Domo.
Oh, to me.
Wants to know how Arena Commander is feeling to you now.
Great. No, I'm actually having fun with it. I really am. I haven't this last whole week. I've been doing something. If you notice, I'm currently repping the coalition because we're working on something together. So this whole week I've been playing more of like a two-dimensional side-scrolling game called This War of Mine, which is a pretty cool survival thing. So I haven't actually played that much this week, but last week I played it a lot, and I was having a good time with it. So
I haven't seen Domo in the wild yet.
I was out there. I never get to play against you, but I was playing against some other people we know, and did okay. Did all right.
Yeah.
You did okay in the War is Mine, though. I saw that you beat it the other day.
Twice so far. It's hard.
On the how many is there a difficulty scale?
No. It just was basically I have them murder everybody so that they're really depressed, and then it's hard. I call it brutal mode because everyone's like really pissed off and
About killing people?
yeah.
Get over it. It's a war.
Exactly. That's what I said. I'm like, stop your fucking whining.
I saw the disclaimer for that game where it's like, you know, if you're depressed or anything like that, like you shouldn't play it.
Really didn't have a
Oh,
disclaimer?
I should try then.
That makes sense because it
Yeah.
really. I mean, you get done with it, you're kind of like, man.
Haven't you seen, like, in The Walking Dead, they don't seem that depressed, and they're always killing. I guess it's different, but...
Yeah, it's just the whole environment of it. They said something, yeah, if it affects you a lot or...
I'm going to try it out then.
It can bring you down. It really can. Because
Yeah.
after like because I did it for 12 hours one day the other day, and after that was done, I was like, oh man, I just want to watch some goat porn, cheer myself up.
MMO!
The MMO just came out, so...
Yeah, get some MMO.
Would you say it's a good game, Geek Domo?
A War of Mine?
Yeah.
Hell yes, dude. You should play it.
All right, bought it.
Very good game.
Alright, buddy.
Whatever.
Click.
Whatever.
What?
NPE.
What's that?
I literally just bought it on Steam based on your recommendation
No.
just now.
It's your kind of game.
I'm waiting
It's
on
not.
winter
There's
sale.
not like FPS in it, but it's your kind of. You like survival games.
I
think.
saw it. Yeah, no, I looked at it and I was like, yeah, this looks like
There's no saving or anything, too, right? It's supposed to be like a roguelike.
Yeah, if you die, you
That's
lose
good.
things. What people are doing is Alt F4 cheat, which I think is pretty
Fuck
cheap.
that.
But yeah, I've never done that. All right, that was our last question.
That was the last one.
All right, well let's do this raffle. It's over in 3 minutes. Let's talk about something.
How many javelins are you going to acquire, Clifford? Oh, Dilek keeps
Oh my
asking that
God.
question. I'm just going to buy
Oh.
one if I do get one, and just one. I don't
He's
need...
gonna buy two.
Just one.
Two. He's gonna buy two, and then one Geek Domo gets $1,000 in
Can you
donation.
attach them?
Sorry, $10,000 in donations. He's gonna get away with it.
You can't give it away, though, once you bought it, though.
Really can't give it away.
You
Why?
can if you buy it on
You-
the account.
I'm sure if you
Yeah.
talked to
Oh.
concierge and asked them, told them you wanted to do it as a giveaway, they would.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
just don't
wait.
want to sell it.
Fuck that javelin giveaway. What the hell?
We need to call Ben right now. Hey, you remember when you gave us that retaliator? Let's just do it, javelin.
I was shitting bricks when I gave that retaliator away.
Yeah,
And I don't even know if that guy's even here tonight, but he wrote to me. He's like, "Oh man, it only came with 6 months insurance." I'm like, "You just got a $275 ship." Like, please, for the love of
I
God,
hope he's
don't say
banned
that.
for saying that now.
Can you play on your deal the Chelsea thing? I just thought that was hilarious.
Oh,
I don't know if you can play it or not.
I'll have to
I
download
just
it.
love her shenanigans whenever Will's talking and she's in the background doing something all the time. I just laugh at her. She
I'm
tickles
I'm trying
me
to find a survival game that I used to play that you
Well,
might
7
like.
Days
Don't
to Die is coming up with that.
Yeah. So what's the big deal with 7 Days to
Oh,
Die? It's going
found
alpha,
her.
right?
It's still an alpha.
It's a new. There's supposed to be some major big updates coming.
It's updated
They have a
today,
lot
isn't
of
it, I
big
believe?
updates.
Yeah.
Like, almost all of their updates have been pretty big, to be honest.
Well, we do have a 7 Days to Die server, everybody. If you're a member of the Domo tribe, you're more than welcome to come play on it. It's a private server. Actually, it's pretty much open. If you need the password, just ask somebody in the chat. And, yeah.
I think to answer what Desert Fox just asked in chat, I'd say too much. He said, "What is the combined worth you all poured into
all of
SC?"
us. You want to go around the room?
That's way
Hang
too
on,
much.
Here,
How-
I'll get out. I'll bust out the
How
calculator
much?
now.
How much is a small house in America?
About
Right.
100 grand. You
This
know.
is gonna hurt.
A
So let's
small house.
combine it.
All right, okay, I'll go first because I'm at the top, and we'll go down the list. Okay, I'm currently at 3,500. STARCAST.
Okay, 3,500. Okay.
I'm more than. I'm less
Say
than
it. Come on,
that.
say it. It's the first
Don't
step.
say it.
It's the first step of your recovery.
Yeah. How much have I spent, STARCAST? You know how much I've spent.
Are we going by spending and billings or like ships?
No, not ships because I do a lot of giveaways. I'm total amount I spent at Star Citizen.
Yeah, total spend. Just numbers. Numbers with your fingers.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
First word 3.
31,000.
And two of those.
Okay, he nodded his head.
31,000. Okay.
Okay. I myself have done 1,550.
Was it 31,000 or 3,100, STARCAST?
3,100.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. He can't say because
We would know.
the
We would
woman's
know.
in the room. Ah, I got it.
She's in earshot. He can.
Quiet. Yeah, that's okay. $5. He bought a just sticker to put on his bumper.
I said, yeah, I've got to shut up and give me money. That's it.
That $5 thing.
$5.
All right, go ahead, WTF.
Oh, I already said
Oh.
1,550.
NK?
Just 500.
Okay, Clifford. You're at 35,000,
Just
right?
500.
26.6.
Oh.
26,000. Okay. Odd.
3,800.
3,800 in core.
Okay.
Money.
20,000.
I said money.
Oh, come on. Is she in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
With your fingers.
Indicate with your fingers.
Do a more than, but less than.
With the spouses, you've all bought just one ship, and it's an Aurora.
Type it in Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah, type it in Skype. And
Hurry up! I got to do this thing.
It's more than 5, less than 15.
okay, so
Come on, Core.
God damn it, Core.
Come on, quick. We got to
give
go.
us
I got to
close
do the
enough.
giveaway here.
Come on.
What?
You're holding us up.
You seriously can't guess 10,000 from that? Are you fucking kidding?
Okay, that's what I'm
Okay.
All right, so 10,000. Okay, so where are we at? How much?
That makes us wow, $49,050.
We in this room have spent $49,050 on this fucking game.
That's a nice
That's not even out.
That's crazy pants.
on internet spaceships.
And pixels. All right, here we go, guys. Good luck. May the odds be in your favor. Good luck, everybody. Ojiru! Ojiru! Ojiru, are you here?
It's OG.
OG.
Yeah, OG. We play Armor 3.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
He's a gold donator as well, so.
Is he here?
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
here?
he said, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations, Ojiru.
Hey,
Congrats, man.
OG,
Armor 3 is actually on sale right now.
Hey, OG,
Yes,
send
it
me
is.
your Twitch, message me on Twitch,
Yeah.
your info, your Star Citizen email, and your Star Citizen, name.
Congratulations, OG. Congratulations. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. It's time to go. Let's go around the room. Core, where are you? What are you doing? What's going on right now?
Redecorating my house, fixing up my house, doing more things to my house, and whenever FPS comes out, I will be streaming. You can find me on the links that Nightbot just put in. And next,
Bod.
Bod699 everywhere. Been playing lots of different stuff. This week has been focusing on some Far Cry and
Yeah. How's that going? You like that?
yeah, it's good. I got the stoner mission. I'm happy with the stoner mission. I can go back and keep buying those drugs.
Button down.
To kind of hallucinate and run around and do normal missions under the influence. It's good.
Yeah, next week we'll have definitely spent over $50,000 next week. Okay,
Yeah.
Clifford.
Clifford _AKA _ Miku on Twitch, Clifford _ Miku on Twitter and on YouTube. So,
What have you been streaming lately?
I haven't been streaming because I'm trying to close out my
Gotta
college
finish yours.
courses. Yeah, college courses for the year. But normally I got like Far Cry 4 and also Dragon Age Inquisition and also the new Hatsune Miku.
Great. All right, we got less than a minute. Go quick. NK Sharp.
NK Sharp on Twitch.
What are you streaming?
done. Okay,
Nothing right now.
Nothing right now. Okay.
Next.
WTF, go.
WTF source everywhere. Woo! I'm gonna be live after this as well.
Fluffy Dinosaur.
Playing some Star Citizen, then we'll play some Arma.
Nice.
Yep.
Locus.
Hi.
All right.
This is awesome.
All right. Locus, you been streaming at all lately? I haven't watched you any.
No, not
Didn't you do
lately.
something with Kimball the other day? Was you playing
No,
something? Okay.
that was bot, I think.
Oh,
Kimball
okay.
Slice.
Okay.
He's taking a
I-
break. The pack's worn him out.
Yeah, I think so.
I need to start back up again. I'm probably going to maybe play Heroes and Generals, maybe some PlanetSide 2.
Oh yeah.
If they fix the fucking mouse control, I'll play Star Citizen.
Okay. All right, and I'm Geek Domo. Thanks a lot for coming, everybody, tonight. I'll try to have this up on YouTube ASAP. Thanks a lot for coming, and thank you for all the donations. We will be back next week with more